Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 live show. I'm your host, Game Changer. And today we are going to talk about 50-50 relationships. And we're going to discuss another topic too about pump and dump that came up earlier. So I think that this would be a good forum to continue that talk. Before I get too deep into it, let me start the music. I was thinking of a song to do, and one came to mind considering the last topic. Or actually, crap. All right, hold on. Let me just get my sound right. Bear with me, people. All right, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Press one if you can hear me. All right, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, testing. All right, let me see. All right, so y'all can hear me. Good. All right, now let me get the music playing. Perfect. All right. Let me just look up the song. Bear with me. All right, so while I'm doing that, what did y'all think of the last stream? The one on my main channel. Fucking Candy Kids. All right, hold on right quick. I'll put the music on and then I'll address this. All right, let's see. Probably want some crayons or some shit. All right, here we go.
Your online presence makes an impression.
Nope. Commercial.
I know if I can hit once, I can hit twice. I hit the baddest chicks. Sure they don't believe me, they call me tonight, and I show you magic. What? Magic. I got the magic shit. I'm a freak to the core. Get a dose once, you gon' want some more. My tongue touch your girl, your toes bound the girl. This exclusive stick I don't share with the world. I had you up early in the morning. Back shot, proper the low, can't stop it. Been a fiend for this rock. Kim made hits, get the position down back. Then it's time to switch. I rock the boat, I work the middle. I speed it up, straight beat it up. And I ain't in the hood with my toes down low. I'm in the telly working up a sweat stroke. Tonight's the night. You can fall in love. You can call your mama right now. Tell her you met a dog. I pop a lot of shit cause I can back it up. My left stroke's the death stroke.
Magic. I know if I get it once, I get it twice. I get the baddest shit. Sure you don't believe me, then come to me tonight and I'll show you magic. What? Magic. I got the magic. Lil' Kim's not a whore, but I sex a nigga so good, he gotta tell his boys when it come to sex, don't test my skills. Cause my head game got you head over heels. Give a nigga the chills, haven't paid my bills. My magic Lambos with the same color wheels. When I ain't out shopping, spinning dudes, yo. I'm in the crib giving niggas deep throat. Tonight, Lil' Kim gon' have you in the zone. Girls for your crib, I'm answering the phone. Guys wanna wife me and give me the ring. I do it anywhere, anyhow, I'm down for anything. Couple of humps, give a nigga goosebumps. This junk in my trunk ain't played for chumps. When Little Kim's around, you don't need a lie. It's the drugs, baby. I'm making you high.
I got the magic shit. I know if I can hit once, I can hit twice.
I am the baddest shit. Sure you don't believe me, then come to me tonight and I'll show you magic.
What? Magic.
I got the magic. I put your face in it. I know you sprung off in your tongue. I know you tasted it.
6 generations race.
But I have a good nigga breaking records and the time is
1 minute, 6 seconds. Magic stick.
I got the magic vibe. Had it ass
Looking at the one back shot. The gifts, the ice, I like that a lot.
the mix, the leathers, the CL
I
vibe.
got the magic stick. I know if I can hit once, I can hit twice. I hit the baddest chicks. Sure they don't believe me, they call me tonight, and I show you magic. What? Magic. I got the magic stick.
I know if I get lit once, I get lit twice. I am the baddest chick. Shorty, you don't believe me, then come to me tonight, and I'll show you magic.
What? Magic.
I got the
Magic stick.
Hot 103 WBUC. You listen to Queen Bitch Radio.
You listen to 103.
All right. Welcome once again. And that was Magic Stick for all the you fellas who are dicking these women into submission. You know, kudos to you for that magic stick. You know, so hey, not mad at you. All right, let me start this other video right quick. Oh wait, what is this? Oh shit, I think I fucked up in fuck. Hold on. Maybe send one of these other.
You listen to 103.
Man. All right. Didn't want that to happen. All right, give me one moment. Sorry I wasn't ready. I just like I said I was gonna do on my last thing. I just fixed myself a quick snack, so bear with me. And then the kids. So I got candy that I don't eat. I keep for decoration. And somehow word got out. And now all the neighborhood kids, like every day, ask for some candy. So I actually got to go get some more. And it's you know those gold dollars, those gold coins that's those chocolates that's wrapped in like gold wrapper like it's candy. So yeah, I was giving them that, but I'm about
Do
to
you
run
want to
out,
go back
so
to school? But it's
gotta pick some up next time I'm at the store. What they say on Pootie Tang, you know, for the tippy ties. Tippy tie on the simmer side. All right. Let me see if perfect. All right. There we go. Let me just do this right quick. Give you the full screen. It's not like I want candy. Yeah, I guess next thing people will be talking about Candy Gate or some bullshit like that. But, you know, I don't care. Niggas got to say. All right. Yes, Jessica, I am. They love me over here. But actually I think the other ones, the ones that live closer, because these are like down the street kids, and they come and play in my area because there's like a little electrical circuit thing outside in front of my house. So they use that as a table that they draw on. So they all kind of gather around my house. But like my actual neighbors, they actually don't play outside as much, or I think they hear some of my streams and they don't like that side of me. So which is why y'all hear me like look out the window from time to time to see if they're around, because I don't want to be like on some penis shit and they're there. So yeah, But nevertheless, let's start with this show. Oh, and then I get fucking door. I'm gonna just put a sign on my door that says tamales next door, but they should took care of it. I don't know if these motherfuckers dyslexic or what. What the fuck is going on? But all right. Nevertheless, here we go.
Tag. I'm not even a female, but I've had this discussion with females. I have female friends. A lot of females, especially no disrespect to no other communities, but in the black community in LA, a lot of the black women will come up to me and
now, let's take a pause right here for a second. I just want to pause for a quick second and say, who that woman? Who that woman? Now, she's an attractive woman. And look at these wobblies. Look at these wobblies. Those are some nice wobblies, if I do say so myself, and I do. Those are some real nice wobblies. But who that woman? Why is she here? I think that her sole purpose on this panel, her sole function in the universe, is to have some nice titties and a pretty face. I think that that is her ultimate purpose of being anywhere, anytime, any place. I think that that is what she is. I think that she is Wobblies. I think that she goes wherever she pleases and nobody asks why. Nobody is asking, who's this woman? Like right now, there's a group of scientists in Switzerland in a bunker that has to be decompressed and shit, with all the international world scientists and, to avoid contaminants to figure out this corona thing. And she would just walk in there and they're like, wait, what are you doing here? This is a room full of, world-renowned scientists and researchers and biologists and, and microbiologists and all that shit. What are you doing here? Wobblies. I go where the fuck I want. Right now, somebody is planning a war. There's a war room right now in a hidden secret bunker, and she just walks in. Like, excuse me, what are you doing there? This is top secret. Apparently you didn't notice my titties. It's her response to that. Right now, there is a man marrying another woman. And as this other woman is slowly marching down the aisle, she just walks up behind her, cuts in front of her, and says, I think you know what's going on here. Look at these titties. She has a all-access pass to everywhere. Look at those titties. And look how she's looking at them. Like, how dare you not notice my titties? Look at this motherfucker. There's titties here, and he's not looking at them. Look at the expression she has on her face towards this motherfucker. Just saying.
say, how you feel about dating in LA? That's what issue. And I'm like, I don't have to worry about it. I'm good. I'm good. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, well I think it's real hard, dating in LA. It's kind of hard to find a good guy, especially black men. So I think
that's because you like big girls, right? Hold on, look at this shit. That's because you like big girls. I like girls with big girl things on a little girl body. And I hope she got a biteable. I hope she got a biteable. Titties like that and a biteable? Oh shit. And if it's real? Oh shit. This is LA, but it's probably but still. And a biteable? Oh god damn. But yeah, you like big girls, so she don't cut the mustard.
That might be an issue that you guys might experience. Is that true? Is that
I hear that a lot, but it's not really just in LA. But it's extra.
It's extra in LA, yeah. Just because everybody want to be a savage for some reason. But
here in LA,
the thing I complain about is quality time, because that's my love language. Quality time. So it's like, huh? Do you see what he's doing? I'm not playing with, because he was saying something about, like he works a lot. So if you don't have the time, I get it. But also, let me know. Yeah, I'm talking to you specifically.
Oh, this is a real conversation.
It is a real conversation.
Oh yeah, because that sounds like me.
I just want to make sure I'm here for you. I want you to be here for me. So talk to me. Let me. Yeah. So
Hold on right quick. They're clapping because of the wobblies. Let's be clear. That wasn't a profound statement. That wasn't a Martin Luther King moment. I want a guy with quality time, because quality time is quality and it's timeful. And if I'm going to spend quality time with him, he should spend quality time with me, because even though it only makes sense that if we're spending quality time together, then it would be reciprocated, But however, I want a guy with quality time. Hee hee, boobies. And then they're like, I refuse to clap a lot of the time. I am a chronic refuser to clap. And I'll tell a motherfucker. I remember one time, and niggas was laughing like I'm on some ill shit, right? We was playing office bingo or some shit. You know how those things that they do to try to keep morale going, and then they give you like some stupid prizes with the company logo name already on it and shit. So you just out advertising their shit, and they think that they're doing you a favor. And who in the fuck needs a... Oh, hold on. And who in the fuck needs a not a sun visor, but what is that? What is that called? That thing that you put in the car window seal, so when you walk into the car, it's cool. Who gives a fuck? All right, I will just deal with a little bit of heat than to deal with the extra task of taking that shit on and off. So you give me that bullshit, and you want me to advertise, because it has the company's name on it, right? It has the company's name on it. So I'm advertising with my car for the company. Y'all not paying me extra for it, just so my shit can be a little bit cooler. And you want me to play bingo to win it, right? And I played because it's free shit. So anyway, I'm playing, and I didn't win. They handed out a bunch of prizes and shit. I didn't win. And then at the end, it was like, let's hear it for the winners. Bitch, please, fuck you. I didn't win. I ain't clapping. Let's hear it for the winners. Hear it for me. If I had won. Motherfucker. I ain't clapping for the shit I didn't win. Be selective of when you clap. I'm sick of fake ass claps. You it's not tint. It's like a cardboard. I think it's called like a car sunscreen. But I'm sick and tired of fake ass claps. You know who in the fuck gets fake ass claps? I swear, I just want to fucking like gas bomb motherfuckers like this. Just not kill them, but tear gas, regular military grade tear gas these motherfuckers. I swear. It's on the Maury Povich show. They clap when the woman comes out, even before they even know the results. Even before they even know the results of the DNA test, they clapping yeah, you go, girl. Not certain who the father of your kid is. You go, girl. They just clapping and shit. And then all of a sudden, a man who comes out just to want to know if he is the father, they booing him for no God. Y'all didn't even get the results. Niggas. And y'all just booing this motherfucker. Why? He is a concerned potential father. And y'all just, fuck all of you. And fuck your sign. You think, I wouldn't, kick me out. I would sooner get kicked out of the Maury Povich show before I put up with that shit. Before I give false clappings. Kick me out. I'm not gonna clap for a potential ratchet bitch. I'm not gonna boo a potential decent person. Fuck out of here with that. And fuck you, wobbly clapping motherfuckers. Back to the show.
Winnie, fellas, what is the number one thing that women complain to you guys about? What do they complain about?
Women complain about time, exactly what you just said.
Okay.
You know, but my whole thing is,
but others.
If you are complaining about a man that's focused and busy, but you still from him.
No, because there are independent women up here. You make time for what you want. Don't try exactly. So you can definitely get the bag and spend time. No, because we're gonna take that bag. You're not the only one that's focused. You're not the only one that's focused. We're focused too.
You're not the only one that's focused. No, they're focused on your titties. She's saying that she wants time. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Or when this is she. Now, I'm be honest with you. Most of my angst towards her is me not fucking her right now. So if you hear like an abnormal amount of angst towards her, it's a large portion that. You know, there is some of that in there, but don't get it twisted. She is annoying.
But it's like, let me hear.
This is the word
God
you should get away from.
All right, hold on. Let me hit the mute button. Then play this. Oh my God. Oh, hold on. Look at this. I didn't plan this, but look at this. Look at this shit. On catcalling. Who in the fuck is catcalling this? I'm going to tell you who. Niggas with no standards. Trying to fuck her into submission. Like, that is who is catcalling her. I'm going to write this shit down. I am going to, you think I'm not going to cover this? I'm definitely, look at her, and she is talking about catcalling. I'm definitely going to cover this, God damn it. And that's you, Jessica. I'm not talking about her physical appearance. I'm talking about you. When you humble bragging like, oh, catcalling, they're catcalling me. They're calling for my cat because of the cat and the cat and the cat. Look at my titties. That's what you're, so I'm definitely going to cover this shit. Hold on. Cat calling. All right. Somebody said fat calling. All right. So, yeah. So now that happened, actually, I'm not done yet. I'm not done talking about what just happened. Ever notice how this is the shit that they sell us? This is the shit that they sell us. So this is a black show, right? Which means that the algorithm recognizes this as a black show and they want to market to black people. So what do? They market somebody who looks like that. Because the general understanding of black people is that we have no physical standards. How come the chick with the wobblies is not up there talking about catcalling? It's a much bigger problem for her because the general assumption is that black men have no physical standards. And we don't.
attention that you need. We are trying to fulfill that, but we also trying to fulfill the bag. So which
So
one
how
do
you
want?
trying?
Which one do you want?
I feel like that's
We're
the
trying
human shit that you talking
And it's
about.
not even just a
How?
phone
That's human
call
shit.
that you're asking about. You know, it's way deeper than
You know, I was
phone
thinking, do women stress you? Are you really busy, or is it like they're not a priority?
Well, busy. Okay,
Very busy.
Not that busy.
you know what I'm saying? When we get this bag, we get this $1 million. And we got
Now, I get the feeling that they're just looking for something to bitch about. Because very few men have time and money. So basically, they just bitch on what the person doesn't have. If he has money, then they bitch about time. If he has time, then they bitch about money. Like, very few dudes are like, I don't know, football players. Well, I don't know who works like, because they train a lot. So, I don't know, maybe like an actor or something, you know. Like, even people like that are on some CEO shit, they probably don't have the time. And then they'll complain about age. So, you know, it's not a topic unless you have something to complain about, and she needs an opportunity to show off her titties.
in these houses, these cars for the boo-boos. Y'all ain't gonna be saying no.
I don't need no man to buy something for me, okay? We're working together.
And that's what I want. Let's talk about.
Ain't that a bitch? But you want it. You want it. You telling? Are you fucking a homeless man right now? Because I would sell my house. Are you fucking a homeless man right now? Huh? It's not a matter of need. It's a matter of want and appreciation. And besides, if he was homeless, then you would be the one complaining. Were he homeless, you would be the one complaining about, or he would be the one complaining about you not having enough time for him. I'm telling you, just looking for something to complain about. Listen further.
This is a question you should ask about. How about 50-50?
I love that.
50 what?
50-50 everything, man
Bills.
and women.
I love that.
Okay. Oh, I love you.
Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all ever dated?
No.
I'm feeling
But it
something.
feels right. It
here.
feels
Feeling something.
Feel something.
Yes. Are you blushing?
No.
You can blush.
I don't
Let her
know.
blush.
Chill out, man.
It's the makeup. Makeup is hiding the
What are we
blush.
talking about? So 50-50, how do y'all feel about that for real, though?
For me personally, the way I was brought up, my parents, are still together. Same parents, so I'm fortunate enough to have that. Can I get a clap for that? And
See how quick they were to clap for the Wobblies? I just want more time. Clap, 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 clap. My family are still together in a society that promotes divorce and feminism. No clap. No, they're not a couple, but I think that she is interested. Or she's probably more interested in the fact that he's not interested in her. But no, this is Johan. He has his own YouTube series that's pretty successful. He does a series called Killer Bay and Are You Hitting That? So I'll look for the link to his thing and I'll put it in there. But he's a pretty popular YouTuber. So I think that's how he gets most of his money. So and he's a funny dude. But he always has beautiful women on there, so he's used to the company of extremely attractive women. So that's probably why she's not phasing him, and that's probably why she's like seems a little extra flirtatious to get his attention. All right. So I know who he is. I don't know who the chick with the titties is. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying.
I was fortunate enough to see my parents.
Hold up. Who this bitch? Who this bitch? Look at her. What are you doing here? How did you get here? What you see here is a result. This is a wander in. You ever take a picture with a group of your most attractive friends and somebody just happened to be wandering by? That's who this is. Why do you belong? This isn't a small margin. Like everybody else. Everybody else is like reasonably within the same realm of attractiveness and handsomeness and prettiness. And then there's you. Like, why? Why are you here? Y'all remember that some years back, a woman like this won like Miss University of Mississippi or some shit like that? Why did you even run? What are you doing here? Just saying.
I was fortunate enough to see my parents develop a partnership. Now, it probably wasn't 50-50 because my father is the type of man who basically he made his money and he just gave it to my mom. They take care of the bills. They just give me enough to play some numbers and stuff. So it probably wasn't 50-50.
Salute to the providers. Hail to the providing man. That's it.
But it's close to the mentality of we come together as a union. Now you have some women out there that believe that the man should do 80, and the woman do 20. And my whole theory on that is, well, what's the difference between you and a daughter that I could have?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might as well just be single and be without the stress.
You're talking financially.
Yeah, if we're talking about if the man's supposed to do everything
Financially,
what my thing is, what does the woman bring to a partnership?
how do you feel? Okay, I'm sure you saw with your parents. You said it wasn't 50-50, so maybe your dad had more of the money, but I'm sure your mom, what she did that was very, very valuable, wasn't a dollar amount like raising the kids.
See, I agree with this. You see, and this is where shit. Hold on, what's this?
Feminism is a belief in layman's terms.
Ads.
Anti-feminism?
Y'all hear this shit? Do y'all hear this shit? Yeah, and y'all wonder
that.
And y'all wonder why. Y'all wonder why. Hold on. I've got to cover this. This is the shit that they try to sell to you. This is the shit. They know black people watch this. And what do you get? Fat bitches and feminists and fat feminists. That is what you get. That is the commercials. I shit you not. I didn't make this up. This is random. Hold on.
It's funny because the girl in the picture is actually skinny.
Didn't I say it's about equality? Hold on, I want to hear this shit. Oh, I'm definitely going to review. This is the shit that they try to sell you.
F that.
There's nothing funny. Why are they passing? Okay, so why are they disguising their social narrative as comedy? Ain't shit funny about this. So as many of you know, I used to do open mic, right? In fact, my first open mic was not this year, but it was this month of another year, and they was like, it's International Women's Month, and how dare you say some shit like that? I was like, bitch, please. And then she was heckling me. It was my first time up, and she was heckling me. And then she said, what did she say? Well, where's your wife at, right? I told her I used to be married, but then she cut her hair, and now she looks like a dirty tennis ball, so we got a divorce. Like, I said that because she had a dirty tennis ball haircut. So the point is that these bitches are everywhere, and they have to be put in a place, and that is in the goddamn kitchen.
I knew you were a comedian.
Yeah, maybe you seen my shit. Yeah, I did open mic from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it wasn't for this YouTube, I'd probably still be doing that shit. Y'all take up a lot of time.
No doubt.
Let me continue.
But I feel like a lot of times we don't really value that like we should, because like that's not a job, but a lot of times that's just as hard, if not harder, than the bringing home of money. So I think we forget about that.
And it shouldn't be 50-50.
You should minimize what.
Let me retract that. 50-50 is rough. It's rough, but maybe in the beginning. I just have a thing with the mentality.
Right. No, and I feel you. And I don't think,
beginning.
I think ladies, we do ourselves a disservice when we come out with, like, they have to pay for everything and I'm not lifting a finger. I think that you kind of put them in a position to feel like they run shit, right? And I think we need to like still hold our own. But I don't know about this whole 50-50 thing. I'm a little bit traditional in some ways. Yeah. And until we're actually making the same money as y'all, I don't want to hear nothing about no 50-50 on money. Okay. Because we're still not money like y'all.
Can I say something?
Just a bitch.
How can she say she's a traditionalist when her cleavage is everywhere?
Good point. You see, here's what happened, and here's what feminists want. They want the best of both worlds. Basically, you have a list of good and bad that comes with both, traditionalism and modern womanism. What they did was, off the list, they just grabbed all the shit that they want and say, I am that. Now, on a different circle, she'll say, I'm a modern woman. And that's why I show my titties. And then it's like, I'm a traditional. That's why you pick up the tab. They're just picking the shit out of every dynamic that best suits them. Nothing is wrong with
tab
cleavage. No, just
tab
nothing
titties.
is wrong with cleavage, Jessica, if I am wondering what the titties look like. Once I realize what the titties look like and it is set properly in my memory, cover shit up. See, it's the bait. Hold on real quick. It's the bait. It's the bait to lure me in. Once I am lured in, you could cover the shit up. Damn it. It's closed. The fuck you out advertising. It's advertisement.
It's mine.
It's like when somebody buys a house, you don't keep the for sale sign up on the lawn. That's what titties are. It's the for sale sign. Listen.
Yeah, damn.
You're gonna get random motherfuckers like, hey, is this an open house? No, it's a closed house. God damn it. These are closed titties. There's no reason to advertise.
Wow.
We like us, but
Oh,
y'all
Mr.
are
Radio,
running. Y'all
you're a
are
boss.
running.
Come
Y'all
on
are
now.
running.
I mean, I'm a boss, but I'm just on society.
And it's still not getting paid as
You
much.
are one of many though. Right now, like
We still not getting paid as much. So work harder. Who in the hell else do that? Do black people do that? Have you ever in your dealings with black people, do they say, oh, we not getting paid as much as y'all?
Yeah, I actually had to deal with people like that.
Oh, that's some stupid shit. So what, are you going to take a pay cut? That's just some dumb shit. Tell them to work harder. God damn it.
Exactly. That's what I tell them. Like, work harder.
What kind of shit is we don't get paid? Please, you got nice ass titties, which means that your titties is worth more than my brain, I'm sure. And I'm smart.
By the way,
as long as Rihanna gets more money than Neil deGrasse Tyson, I don't want to hear shit. Go for it. What are you saying, Mella?
Just saying hello to Zone.
Oh, hey, Mella.
All right, let's continue.
Let's continue.
Women are running the game, yeah, especially in the Hollywood industry. I mean, that's just what it is. Anything you got, Ava, you got Lena, you got Issa, anything.
Nigga, fuck you. This is somebody who is submitting to the gynocracy. They running the game. They run faster.
Well, look at his taste in fashion. What do you expect?
You nigga, you jawline bum nigga, you.
That is a desperate attempt to succumb to some type of Italian supremacy or some shit. What the fuck is he wearing?
Surrendering to the matriarchy. He is surrendering to the matriarchy, and he's offering his penis up, and he wants his place as a boy toy.
No, he watched Thunderdome one too many goddamn times.
Is that what it is? All right.
Look at that shit. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
And with a means a check. So
it wasn't funny, nigga.
You saying women ain't winning, you know what I mean? Women is winning. What a camera at?
And still not getting paid as much as our male.
No, nigga, you just losing. You are just losing. And you feel the weight of your loss in your penis. That is what's going on. Damn it.
Like, we still not getting paid as much as the man.
This is something we can't get over. You might not have to get over it. We can't get over that.
Okay, listen, you might not be.
We have to do a little bit more facts research for this to be in this.
Who's the fact? Who's the fact?
Factual information. Yeah. Okay, so even if you're not.
I'm sorry. That was.
She's a seat filler.
That was inappropriate. My bad. But is she part?
Well,
is she one of? Is she one of the? Is she a significant guest, or she's a filler, like you said?
Yeah, she's a filler.
Wow.
She's a no-name actress.
And she just plopped in the seat, huh?
Pretty much. Making the seat more or less or less puffier for the next person.
Well, let's listen further.
Y'all do that, right? Y'all know y'all do that. You fat people.
Hold on. Hold on. Maybe she's about to say something profound. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
But I want to let y'all know, fat people, that when y'all sit in places, y'all wear down the cushions. Y'all wear down the cushion, and that's why every now and again.
But it's worth it if they say something profound.
No, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about just in general life. Everywhere you go, you wear down the cushions of shit. Okay, which means that like when I sit on something and my ass touch the bottom, like the wood underneath, it's because some fat person done wore the shit down to the nub, and it's just like a little thin piece of cotton and yellow stuff. And
you know, when I go for my annual checkup, I notice that every year those wide seats are multiplied. Like there was it was crazy because it was like one, you know, there were regular size seats in the waiting area, and then as years went by, they became multiple. Like people are just generally getting bigger. Yeah. And I don't know why.
I know why, because they put donuts in KFC.
Well, shout out Try Keto. They should, you know, try keto or something. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm saying, you know, but they make donut fried chicken sandwiches and motherfuckers eat it because they're evil. And
the double down sandwich was crazy, right?
It still is. I seen a commercial.
They still have that?
Well, I seen it on Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, it's like a donut and then with a piece of chicken, fried chicken in the middle, donut at the or it's two donuts.
It's with more of a bagel.
No, it's not a bagel, John. This is an actual donut. They fry up donuts and then they fry up chicken and they put them both together.
Oh God!
And then they got the nerve in this coleslaw. Like that's helping people.
I never even went into some shit like who thinks up shit like that. I never ate a donut and say, "Ooh, I want some
fat
chicken."
People.
And I never had some chicken and say, "Ooh, I want some donut."
But to be fair, there's a flavor palette that has been accepted in America for over 5 decades. We just like sugar in this country. That's what we do.
Everybody likes sugar.
We like salt, fat, and sugar in this country. That's what we like.
Everybody likes salt, fat, and sugar, but you still need to be a responsible, healthy human being, and stop fucking up my chairs and making the doctors give big ass chairs to where every time.
Oh God, those chairs are wide.
Well, you on Game of Thrones. Regular sized people be in those motherfuckers like Game of Thrones. I shit you not. Like that's what it feel like. Fat ass people. And I know the doctor is upset. I know the doctor is upset because he has to deal with this shit. Because the doctor weighs people every time you come in, and it's like, you don't see this. You come here every day and you see me weigh you like a goddamn boxer, and you just continue your eating habit. And they be telling these motherfuckers, because they tell me from time to time what to do. And do these niggas listen? Nope. And that must piss them off. I would be pissed if somebody came in my office 250. I tell them what to do to stay alive, and they come back 275 6 months later. That would piss me off. I bet you these doctors are pissed. Why? Because it takes discipline to be a doctor. It takes discipline to be a doctor, and they're upset about the lack of discipline. They shame themselves and their family. That's why I keep my shit on point, and that's why I strip damn near naked. I strip damn near naked because but y'all know that I like showing people my penis. But I
don't know that. I have no idea about that.
Well, I do. And not just in a sexual sense, like every opportunity I get to show it to somebody.
You're a nudist.
It's a funny feeling.
You're a nudist.
I'm an exhibitionist. Yeah, I'm an exhibitionist. But I don't do dick pics or anything like that. But as far as like just in general settings, every opportunity I get, and this is an opportunity. So
how can you be an exhibitionist but don't send dick pics?
Because for the same reason I don't show my picture on YouTube. There's certain things that I just don't want associated with me. I live different lives. My sex life is different than my personal life, and like somebody bringing up a picture of my dick in my personal life, I don't want that shit to happen. So but like in general passing, if given an opportunity, you'll see my dick. So that's an opportunity. So I stripped down to my drawers, so you can see the outline of my dick. Primarily, go for it.
You're an exhibitionist with your penis in reality, but not online.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Just want to be clear. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Jessica, nudes can be stored forever, and I don't want this shit forever. I just like the shock effect. I like getting a massage and turn around and show them my dick. I like doing that.
You like to startle people.
Yeah, I like to start exactly, Mela. I like to startle people with my dick.
The shock factor. You like to startle people.
And I don't even get to see the result when I send it to the thing. So yeah, that's what I like to do.
That's an interesting perspective.
I just want to say my client Game Changer here, he is not a habitual flasher.
No, I'm not flashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does it in controlled environments for sure. Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing.
No. I don't just go around like with it out. No, I do it in environments where.
So you're not in Target in line and you're just like whipping it out. Okay. Listen, now that we cleared that up.
Too deep into it. If there is an opportunity, like a massage parlor or a public bathroom or something like that, yes, I'm more than happy. You're not gonna find me in the corner.
A public bathroom? Hold on.
Yeah, a public bathroom. Sometimes I stand a little bit further away from the urinal. So like, yep, this is my dick. you know, and you do get that shock value. So
wait a minute, there are men next to you with the line of urinals. There are men on either side of you. Why would you?
Not a sexual thing. This is not a sexual thing. Like I say, I do it for the shock value. I do it to shock the shit out of people.
Oh, okay.
This is not sexual. Why do y'all think it's sexual? This is not sexual. I do it to shock the shit out of people. You know,
you're just mischievous.
Like yes, I am. So listen, because Jessica, like, to the men, yes, to anybody can listen. It's the fact that we live in and this is, and I've been doing this well before like Game of Thrones and shit come out. Before that, nobody ever seen other men's dicks. I shit you not. Never really seen, most men have never really seen another man's dick.
Look,
keep it
man.
You don't really see other men's dicks.
Look, man.
So there's a taboo that walks around in a person's brain about it. And I'm like, look, here's my.
I'm a compassionate person, and I would advise you to stop doing that.
Well, I stopped doing it because it's lost its effect.
Of course it has.
Well, no, it's lost its effect because TV has gotten gayer, and they show like a bunch of dicks on TV now. But back in the day, I used to do that regularly. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness! I mean, what is he showing off his dick for? To prove that he's circumcised? What the fuck? I mean, damn.
Nah, he just does it for fun, just as a shocking value. Like, here's my dick, motherfuckers.
You know, I've seen movies. What's that movie where that guy wasn't afraid to show his penis? They were all getting hammered before a wedding. The Hangover, right? And that guy in The Hangover, he was just like bearded and greasy and crazy. And you enjoyed The Hangover. I'm talking about the first Hangover movie. And so I'm walking out the movie, and then there's the afterplay. And next thing you know, they're playing "You Make My Head Go Round, Round, Round." You know, it's like this afterplay of these scenes. And this guy is basically just showing his full-on penis in different scenes.
Exactly.
And he had a big smile on his face, like he totally enjoyed it. And then there's the other guy that had a very tiny micro penis. He didn't mind doing that, so there are men, big, small, and everything in between. They just like it. It's like, hey, here I am, how I was born. So I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
Nah, I don't care about judgment, but no. But yeah, so because TV has become like, they'll just throw a penis in there. It lost its effect. But yes, I used to really enjoy the shock effect of somebody who, of showing a random penis to people every chance I got. So anyway,
yeah, you do apparently. You still do that?
Well, I mean, every chance I get, but it still loses its value. It loses its value because it's not the same. But no, every chance I get, like I said, I do it on the first.
I'm creative. I'll give you some ideas.
Yeah. Well, I don't look for reasons to do it, but I do not. I don't hide it. Like if they're like, yep, here it is. Like dude said, like DJ Knapp said, like everybody else had a towel, and yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's some shit that I just used to do. Anyway, so I would strip down. Like they want you to weigh yourself with the clothes on at the doctor's office, but I'd strip down because I want to get like a completely accurate weigh in. Take my shoes off and all that good shit. Strip down as much as possible when I do that. So yeah, I got derailed. I forgot why I even brought up the skin. Oh, we were talking about fat people. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, y'all piss off your doctors. Y'all really do. Y'all be breaking his heart.
Comments in the way of the screen.
Oh, my bad.
Good memory, by the way. I mean, who would have thought you could bounce back from all that distraction? Good memory.
Making the adequate money that you feel is equivalent to your platform. Equal. You still equal equivalent. Same thing. Interchangeable. Tomato. Okay. Even if you don't feel like that it's equal, you still have a platform. You still have power. You still have influence. You still have an impact. So with that being said, women. Think about women in 1950, 1920, and behind. It took a long time for y'all to even get to this point.
No fact.
So let's just recognize and have a blessing of recognition to the fact that you guys have made, and y'all excel at the end of the day. Y'all went from here to.
You fucking male feminist. You call this progress? They're worse off than they were before, and it's because of niggas like you.
He's placating. He don't mean anything that he's saying. He's
probably don't. But grab your penis. Grab your penis and say, look, this is where I stand.
He needs a job. He's not gonna shut those women down on a show that no. He's placating to them.
Say nothing. Then say. See, that's why I couldn't be an entertainer. Then say nothing.
His Bowser camo jacket makes him quite a bit zesty.
He sold out his cojones. Just face it.
True.
I mean, because I'm listening to him specifically to find out if it's from the heart or whether or not he's just keeping them appeased so he can stay in the good graces of getting, a bigger and better gig. That's what he's doing. He's trying to get a bigger and better gig. He don't even like those women at all.
He don't. So yeah, he's sucking up. So listen at Jessica and British and shit. Some men with small willies are confident in their size. It's never going to change, so you may as well embrace it. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Hey, Jessica.
I have a huge William.
Well, no. This is that's good for you, but I'm not gonna. But see, here's the thing, because it's nobody's business. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna say where I'm at, but I will say that I wish it was smaller sometimes, or I wish it was adjustable. And here's why. Or I wish I had two, one small and one big. And here's why.
Back up.
Yeah, just in case I get herpes, I got the other one. And one to just be for peeing. But anyway, there's certain women who there's certain things that women feel more comfortable doing if it's smaller. See, when you're smaller, you don't have to worry about deep throat. Like, can she deep throat? It don't matter when you're small. You don't have to ask that question when you're small. It's not a concern of yours. You don't have to ask things like, does she do anal? It doesn't matter. She don't care. She just takes one look at it and is like, oh yeah, go for it. When you have the little one, it don't matter, is what I'm saying. They don't get worn out. They don't get stretched out. They don't get it, used and abused like an old rubber band or an old sock. Those old ass socks and those little like elastic bands, eventually wear out and shit. That doesn't happen with the smaller genitalia.
You might have to make this segment for adults only.
Yeah. Well, I always put it on 18 and over.
My motto is hurt the bitch. Oops.
Yeah. No, I get it. There is a satisfaction of doing that.
Don't let her hurt you back. Don't let her hurt you back.
For all, but see, some of them, Carl, some of them are afraid. Some of them are afraid to get hurt. Which is why they don't do anything. You ever took a bitch virginity and she's like, don't put it all the way in, bitch.
I'm going all in, Joe.
My dad was a chef, and he told me if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you can't take getting squirt in your eye, don't let me ride your face.
I won't. I don't like that shit.
Well, it will happen.
That's a whole nother get down. But the moral of the story is sometimes I wish it was smaller, or I had two and I had one small, you know. Because let's face it, ladies, every day, sometimes y'all want to break from the big dick. Now, you may or may not want to admit that openly, but sometimes y'all do.
And ladies, always remember, if you have an STD, that's not squirt, that's mace.
What, Kuda?
I'm not Kuda, it's Carl Sagan.
Why in the
Whatever.
hell are you on the panel talking crazy?
All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
You know, right now we might be here and making more money, but y'all are here at the end of the day right now as far as what it goes.
He's telling you to get over it.
He's telling
Right,
me
that's really what we just
I mean,
Like all that
He
was
was
like
like,
so.
50-50. That's what that means, brother.
No, he really just said
tired of
you
the
have the
tag.
platform, but yeah, you might not have to pay. As long as you have the platform, be,
Right.
you know, sit on your corner and be
No, we
cute.
gonna continue the great fight. Y'all ever seen that little red do-rag with the woman? She like,
Oh
we gonna
yeah,
keep
yeah.
the fight.
I think it gets frustrating to hear that because, like, you know, in some regards, like I hear a lot of men say that they want it to be 50-50, and I think eventually we should be there. In a lot of ways,
If that nigga's a comedian, he's fucking awful. He is
Yeah.
fucking awful. I favor myself to be a slightly above average funny motherfucker, but this nigga is fucking awful.
Even I'm better than that. Damn.
people like, even if we dated the way y'all dated, we would be judged in a whole different way. And then I had a conversation. A guy was like, well, you're supposed to value your bodies, we're not. And I'm like, okay, so it's like y'all can't, I won't even just say men, we can't pick and choose when it's 50-50. We're going to be 50-50, let that thing be across the damn board, right? Then it's right.
That made no fucking sense.
She was kind of off with that one, yeah.
Very true. I want to hear like, okay.
But she looked she looked pretty. That's all that mattered.
That's why I think like it's.
Oh yeah, definitely. I doubt it's natural, but I don't think her husband cares.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's frustrating sometimes. But I think we should carry our own way, both of us. You know, ladies, there's a lot of power when you carry your own way. Mm-hmm. So we can't tell you what to do.
Yep. And this, excuse me, eating bacon. But and this is what I'm getting at. You see, all you 50-50 motherfuckers in the world, y'all think that y'all getting a good deal. Y'all think that y'all getting a roommate with benefits. And y'all think that this is a good deal. But listen to people just talk. It's all about power. It's all about power. Yeah, they say that, Cortez, but that's the whammy. You see, that's the carrot. And then once they married and you nice and secure and you got your feet up on the pussy, you know, then the stick comes out. And then you get hit with the stick. You know, notice how she mentioned power just now. Hold on. I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna go back 6 seconds. Seven seconds. All right.
But I think we should carry our own way, both of us. You know, ladies, there's a lot of power when you carry your own way. Mm-hmm. So we can't tell you what to do.
Right. And that's what my daddy taught me. He was just like, you need to make your own, because don't ever let a man run you. I'm like,
ain't that a bitch? Fuck you and your titties. God damn it. And that's why you don't get my penis. That is why you don't get my penis. I don't care what the fuck you look like. Your daddy taught you don't ever let a man run you. Your daddy is a goddamn boomer fool. You fucking boomers, you.
Oh, hold on now. If her father wants the best for her, what's wrong with that?
That is not the best. The best that she can do is my penis. That is the best.
Her father hasn't seen your penis. Why would her father care about your penis?
Because he's a boomer, and that is the best. The best she can do is be a good helpmate for a proper man. That is the best that she could do. And
no father is going to say, look, what you need to do is cater to his penis. No father's gonna say that.
Yes, he should, and yes, they do. It's these American.
You really are a comedian.
No. Listen, good. It's these fucking boomers that led their daughters astray, and they wonder why. Hey, why is there so many self-righteous, stuck-up bitches in the world that can't find a man? It's because you raised them, you fucking boomer. You know, my father taught me that. What the fuck did our father teach her? Hold on, some fucking
Be
boomer.
independent.
Yeah, and now y'all see
her father taught her not to be subjugated. That's what her father taught her.
It's not subjugation. It's a dictatorship. I got the dictators and shit. That is not subjugation. God damn it! It is a woman's place to be subjugated by a man. That's why it's not even a thing, relatively speaking. He taught. He's one of those.
I'm listening. I'm going on.
He's one of those.
He's doing what I'm doing, which is looking at them titties.
Yeah, he was. And did her father teach her that? Did her father teach her that? Hey, every time you get a chance to show your titties off, use it. Did her father teach her that? No. Why she take all the most fucked up lessons from her father, and that everything else is just I'm independent. Look at my tits. You know.
She has a mother because she has a mother as well.
No, fuck her. She just taking the shit that she wants. Fuck her and her titties. Independent.
Man,
damn it.
What do people in the chat room think? I don't know because I'm not looking at the chat.
No, you know what it is? Because I know niggas like this. I got motherfuckers like this, like her father and my family. You know what it is? They wanted boys. They wanted boys and they couldn't have it, so they raised their goddamn daughters to do it. That's why you have these girls who be on girls' basketball teams even though they want to do it, and their father is the coach. That's why, because their father wanted some fucking boys and they had like 5 girls straight, and they ran out of money and sperm. Like that is, and that's what happened. So they raised their daughters in this whole fucked up dynamic.
You might be onto something with that.
I definitely am onto something. I know my stuff. That's what be happening to these people.
Listen, this might be a controversial thought, right? But
hey, Jessica.
GC, I know that you don't believe in divorce, right? But
no, I do not.
If a woman is saving money on the side and she has her own savings, would that not be better for a man in terms of if they ever divorce?
No, it's not. She shouldn't be preparing for divorce. That's the thing. You're supposed to be all in. Listen. I don't know if it was Spartacus or Napoleon or whoever, but a great general before going into battle, I think it was Edward. I think he was English or Saxon at least. I think it was Edward that did that against William of Normandy. He let his horse go and said that I will not retreat, that I am all in this. And the fact that she has a backup plan means something. It means that she's not all in. She's not ready to give up that horse. God damn it. I don't have patience for no shit like that. You are all in this situation. There is no divorce.
I don't think anyone ever intends to gets married intending to get divorced.
Okay, so then why are you preparing for it? There's no need to prepare for it.
Even if, listen, just generally, you might not look at it as a backup plan, but okay, I don't know quite how divorce works there, but if she has a job and savings and stuff, then she'll get less in a divorce. If she tries to go for money, she gets less.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's not a backup plan and she's just working and has savings and this, that, the other, she'll get less money. No. Because the way they see it, if she quits her job, it means that you've been supporting her, and so she's put all her opportunities and career, blah, 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 on the side, and now you have to make that up. But if
Jessica, I'm going to let you know, as a lawyer, my name is Carl Sagan, and there's something called alimony.
What's alimony?
You support her lifestyle that she lived while she was with you.
Yeah, exactly. But if she has money, then you probably don't have to give her as much, right?
She was being deceitful if she had money.
What if she keep it in cash under her pillow or Bitcoin?
I don't know. I'm just saying, what if, you know?
No. See, you don't spend a marriage preparing for divorce. The marriage is to prepare you for calamities that the two of you can face together. You know, like what if I get Alzheimer's? That's my biggest fear. What if I get fucking Alzheimer's? I want you there. I want you there feeding me apple juice. Not apple juice, but apple sauce.
Aww.
That's your purpose. That's the whole reason why I fucking married you. Is for one day I might need some applesauce. Like, yeah. Or else I'll just be hitting it for the rest of my life. You know, taking your dentures out and gumming you down.
That is, you know what? That is a very sensitive area of the conversation.
Getting old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's why you get married. You don't get married for the good times, you get married for the bad times. Just like you don't buy insurance for the good times, you buy it for the bad times. It's an insurance policy, and you shouldn't be worried about, oh, what if this happens and the insurance don't kick in. It's like that's the whole point of getting it. Listen,
okay, hypothetically speaking, if a 25-year-old woman marries a 45-year, 50-year-old man, and he encounters medical calamities, and she is gracious enough to take care of him until he expires, who's going to take care of her?
The kids.
All right. Just wanted to hear your logic about that.
No, good question. Just like I take care of grandma every now and again, you know, if my father's not able, or anybody else of the boomer generation is not able, I take care of the insurance payment on grandma's house. No problem. Now she asked me after she asked her 6 kids, you know, but I'm more than willing to do that. Something happened, the wind blew and it fucked up the tree in the front of the lawn, you know, and she needed people to come chop it down because it's a danger, you know. She has no problem getting that. She has no problem getting anything from anyone that she wants because she has 6 healthy, well-adjusted kids that does shit for her with no problem at all. And that's the whole point of doing it. Grandpa passed in 2006. So, you know, so she's been like this for quite some time, and she has no problem finding people to aid in her endeavors. See, that is the point.
Synergy.
That is the reward.
Yeah. Synergy.
Well, that is the reward. See, that's the reward that thoughts don't understand. You know, because they think that life is about fucking shopping in Louisville, whatever the fucking type of Italian nigga y'all put on y'all leather purses and shoes. You know, y'all think that life is about that. Life ain't about that. You think people don't give a shit about that when you fucking 89 years old? No. It's about living a grandma lifestyle and how she be stunting on these former thoughts at bingo and shit. They are kind of fucked up and shit, you know, but because she was a virtuous woman and raised a healthy family, she gets the good shit comes Mother's Day. That's what it's about. Y'all need to fucking prepare yourselves for the 2080 Mother's Day.
I hear you. The reason that I brought that up is because, listen, me personally, I think if you get married, then you have to stick it out to the end.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so cautious about finding the right person to get married to. But I know that there are a lot of people who are like anti-marriage, or they say 50% of marriages end in divorce, so you have to protect yourself and this, that, the other. That's why I brought up what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but to me, it's all or nothing. And you know, for a lot of people, particularly on the SYSBM front and the MGTOW front, you know, it's nothing. But look, you know, you have to show complete and total submission and devotion, and I will show you. I will give you the security that you request and that you require in its place.
Right, requirements.
I got fucking honor. And that's what some, especially these young niggas, you know, and fucking boomers, they don't understand honor. If you say you're gonna do something, you do it. And if you have a code, that you develop as a motherfucking man, then you abide by it. And that means you might have to stay with hold on, Melon. That means that you might have to stay with a chick from time to time who you might have grown apart from. You see these motherfuckers, these galoots, I call them, who be on the couch and they just jaded with life, you know, and they just watch Monday morning butt ball or Sunday morning football or whatever the fuck these niggas watch. You know, they are jaded with life and they are ill content with their wife. They on some Al Bundy shit, you know, like, hey, will you fuck me? No, you know, they're on that shit and they stick with it because they have some motherfucking honor. You think that when their income don't increase and they start looking at these 20-year-olds, they don't think thoughts about leaving the mother of their kids to go, but no, they have fucking honor. And if
you had some caffeine, haven't you?
Hold on, right quick. I'm on a
He's not done yet.
I'm on a rant. And if you give me your submission and devotion, then I will give you my honor. Now go ahead, Mela.
I have a question for Jessica, if she would allow an answer.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Have you established the constitution of protocol for what you won't accept in a relationship?
In a relationship or a marriage? Because I feel like it would be different for the two.
Actually, one is intertwined with the other because you develop one and it evolves into a higher status, which would be marriage. At the same time, both are relationships. Have you established a constitution that you refuse to falter from? Like, do you know what you want?
I know what I want, but for me, it still differs when it comes to a relationship.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
It has to. And the reason,
no variables.
No, but
no
for me
variables.
personally, the reason that it does is because once you're married, you have made the highest commitment you possibly can in a relationship. So you're taking that relationship to the next level.
That's what the courting is. Yeah, that's what the courting is for, to make certain that you're not making a mistake. Because once you're married and it's forever, that's what you're in.
Exactly. So when you're just courting, you're having a relationship, if you do see certain red flags, then you're going to back out. But once you're in a marriage, there is no backing out. So,
have you established what your red flags are? Perhaps that's the better question.
In regards to a relationship, yeah.
The courting process, yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't accept someone cheating. I don't.
No. I don't need to hear it. I just need to know that you have considered it and it's concrete. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not here to exploit you. I just wanted to make sure that you are conscientious of your choices.
Yeah, of
course.
Know. And to Cortez, right? I said ideally I want a guy that's over, not even 6 foot, 6'1". I want a guy over 6'1". But honestly, if I met a guy who fulfilled every other thing that I want, or even like 90% of the things that I want, even maybe 80, I'd be stupid to turn that away because he's not 6'1", you know? We're talking about ideals versus
the 6'1" thing, what's the least height you would accept?
Well, ideally 6'1", you know.
No, idealistically 6'1", but if he cleared the mark, if he like made everything else tranquil and acceptable for you, and he happened to be 5'8", 9, 10. I mean, what's your like? Okay, he's perfect in every way, but I can't accept that he's this particular height. What would that height be?
Do you know what? That's a hard one. That's a hard one because.
And that's what he said.
It's stuck on. In my head, I'm stuck on 6'1".
Oh
but
my god.
like, he has to still be like. Listen, I'm short, so I've still got a bit more wiggle room in that area. But I'd say probably like 5'9". You know, at the shortest.
So Obsidian
Okay.
can't get it, huh?
5'9".
Obsidian can't get it then, huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can get it too. Damn.
Oh, why would you all say that?
I need to be able to put my heels on and you still be a bit taller than me, and
Minimum 5'9", and yeah, that's your standard. And it's important to have standards. That's what I'm trying to establish with these series of questions to you, to emphasize. A lot of women are so wayward in their thinking. They just want to believe in love as opposed to actually knowing what it is that it takes for them to become agreeable with a man who would demand,
what? You see with the superficial things, right? So like things that are looks wise.
Wait a minute, how we get to superficiality? Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
To me, height is superficial. It's a superficial standard for me to have because it's looks, isn't it? And someone can't help their looks. So for me, there's more wiggle room in regards to looks as opposed to character. Within like their character, pardon?
So Zone can hit it then.
No. Like that standard still applies.
What?
That 5'9" is me putting, me compromising. But I could still be happy with that. But it's like, it's just I have to be able to compromise on.
My suggestion is you invest in cats.
Listen, that's not unrealistic though.
I have a cat coupon if you want to borrow it.
My 6'1" thing might have been a bit unrealistic, but 5'9" to me is not unrealistic.
I think women. I think young women spend too much time being in love with the concept of being in love. Like they don't understand that a commitment is about. Well, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I mean, you want balance, but don't. A person should not look for entire practicality, especially a woman in a relationship. There should be some room for that, for compatibility outside of complete functionality, in my opinion. But
what do you mean by that? This from the man that talks about his dream girl. What's that married woman superstar that you in love with?
Megan Good.
Yeah, this from the man that wants Megan Good above all others.
I think
like she was saying though, Megan Good is my ideal. She's my ideal. I mean, I'm not with Megan Good, and I'm talking about Orange Megan Good. I'm not with Orange Megan Good right now, but she is my ideal, just like Jessica
exactly. So anybody that you're with who isn't Megan Good isn't going to be as good.
Well, no one is as good because she's Megan Good. But what I'm saying is, but the person that I'm with is good enough. Like I am not as good as the jawline nigga, the jawline rich nigga that she's married to. So I get it. I am content with what I have.
Yeah, so until you fantasizing about.
I'm always fantasizing about someone else.
See, that's not cool.
That is cool. Live with it.
No, it's not. No. I wouldn't recommend that.
It's not her personality I love, David. So we'll get over it. Damn it. So, because he's fantasizing about somebody else and he continues to do so, whoever you're fucking right now. And that is just the long and short of it. And I want you to understand something else too. He's fantasizing from time to time about somebody who's less hot than you. Why? Because he needs fantasy variety. I do that shit.
Men watch porn for that very reason. I get it.
Exactly. Tell me what the fuck I can't fantasize about. I fantasize about all kind of shit.
I'm not trying to tell you.
Well, you're trying to suggest that my girl should say that I shouldn't fantasize about certain things. I can fantasize about anything. This is my imagination.
This is hey, you have the freedom of freakiness as you so choose in your imagination, baby.
I do. And
Right.
and
That's your God-given right.
it is. It's the right of
To
having
have an imagination of freakiness. That's your God-given right.
It is. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't need permission. I'm just saying, you women
It's
don't go out.
also your girls. It's also your girls God-given right too.
No, Liz, keep that shit to yourself. I don't give a fuck if you have your like Idris Elba or Michael B. Jordan thoughts. Keep that shit to yourself. You know, the point is that there is more to a relationship than a lust factor. Therefore, I'm not threatened by her lustful desires of muscle bound jawline niggas or basketball player type super tall shit. If Jessica's with the 5'9" dude and she is fantasizing about him, wishing that he was 6'1" or taller, then that's her right, and he should be content in his 5'9" penis that he's given her that she is with him. Now, I want to ask Ed a question. Ed, what happened to the relationship you was in? I thought you was cool with that one chick that ended the drought. So what's going on with that? Type it in the chat room. And then one final statement, and then I'll play the rest of the video. Okay, I'll play the rest of the video. Oh, you got something, Jessica? I see you went off mute before I hit the play button.
No.
Okay, all right.
Comments anyway.
Tell you what to do. Right. And that's what my daddy taught me. He was just like, you need to make your own, because don't ever let a man run you. I'm like, never. Ever.
Don't ever let a man run you. Your goal in life is to be ran by a man. God damn it. You was born with nice titties to be ran by a man. And your daddy got you confused. And you won't realize that shit until the day your titties turn into belly buttons. Like, that is what's going to happen to you. This is a tragic case. And if you want to know how not to be a grandfather, you tell your daughter some dumbass shit like that.
If you date her, that's what's going to be on you.
A man doesn't. I won't say run. I not have this conversation a lot in general. But do you think that a man should lead like the traditional way of? Because you said you're a little traditional. I am. So.
What kind of dumbass question is that, nigga? Okay. Now, ladies, especially you fat ones, right? I want you to understand how nobody is talking to her. Like, notice how he is turned into the right to acknowledge the titties to his right. And the other gentleman is speaking to the other. Like, they're both speaking to the one in the middle. No one is talking to you. No one talking to you when you're fat. You have to chime in. You have to look for an opportunity when no one else is talking for you to have a say-so. Why? Because no one will address you directly as long as there's a more attractive woman. Excuse me. As long as there's a more attractive woman in the room. Now, he is asking her this dumbass question. Do you think a man should lead? She just said that her father taught her not to let a man run her. But you're asking a dumbass question, aren't you?
Do you think that so with it being 50-50, would you be passive? We're talking about passive, right? Would you be passive and let the man lead like a man's supposed to do?
The question is, can a man lead in 50-50? Now that's the new question.
So
that was a dumbass question. But I mean, Johan made a better question. He's fucking. He got like struck by lightning when he was a baby or something. But he's all kind of fucked up. And you see her response. Y'all think I didn't get that? You see her response.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all, you see what's going on. You see how perfectly good. And they wonder. See, when they talk about travel, it's not that there don't exist beautiful women here. It's because of shit like that. Only in America and the rest of the West do people teach their daughters some dumb shit like that. That is a waste. That is a waste. She could be like getting sandwiches and preparing for her 80-year birthday, when she's 80 years old and shit like that, and all the grandkids. But instead, she's on some can't nobody tell me shit type deal. Supposed to lead. You supposed to lead. You goddamn right.
I just can't get over his jacket. That shit look crazy.
And his jacket.
It's like Louboutin style, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
You know, like the shoes, Christian Louboutins. And
Why
then
in the
he
fuck
had
would
the
I
whole
know
spike thing.
More like Christian Lazesti.
Okay.
Why would I know that? He's just a weird ass nigga with weird ass nigga clothes.
Don't feel like a man can lead doing the same exact thing that I'm doing, like giving 50-50.
Yeah,
like if a man's gonna lead, you need to lead and lead a little more with as far as bills or picking up dinners or whatever. I mean, if you want to be the man, but if we just gonna be like best friends and taking care of things half and half, then
you roommates,
right? We roommating.
Okay.
I just feel like that's building an empire for yourself, though. Like it's
GC.
honestly like, okay,
Women always want free shit.
What'd y'all say?
GC, the fat girl agrees with you though. She's more along your lines of thought.
She does. And I bet you her father taught her the same thing. You see, here's the thing. She knows that no matter what she says or do, that men are still going to want to fuck her. That's not so true with the fat girl. So she has to be honest and forthcoming. You know, she has to actually self-reflect. Where this chick here, she's just like, oh, yeah, but boobies, you know.
What's up with that woman's face?
Yeah, it's a weird expression.
I think it's just where you paused it, so you got the weird faces.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you pause anybody at a random time, you're going to come across a weird-ass expression or two.
It's like that's the 50-50 thing for me.
I think what I'm honestly looking for.
Y'all see the look on her face when he started talking? Like, oh, I can't believe somebody else is talking. Look at this shit. Look at this commercial.
Oh, she's back.
Is that this is the type of shit that they sell you? You pay attention. Oh, do you love boating? Okay, so finally they have something decent. Yes, I love boating.
I think it's a different ad.
Yeah, no, it's a different ad, but I'm just saying because I probably clicked skip already on the other one. But yeah, so that's fortunate.
Since I brought up this new category, I see. Just partnership. Maybe it's not really 50-50. It's just knowing that you have a woman that every now and then can bring something to the table, not just be waiting for a handout.
So she admitted, her right here in the green, and also got the tits, but she admitted that that it's a good way to leverage power in the future. And now he's agreed. See, that's you take the bait.
The comment is blocking her knockers.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
There are a lot of.
Hold on. Let me get these titties up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here's the titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppies.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
the wobble.
becoming more. And
You
more
don't see
common
the
nowadays,
areolas though, so what? What's the big deal?
The big deal is we have a general understanding of the size of it. Now, yeah, it doesn't have the.
But those areolas could be off.
Listen. It could be, but we use our best imagination. Stop trying to fuck things up. It's kind of like it's kind of like in a Christmas present. You imagine the best thing is inside the wrapping when you're a kid. But
look, those areolas could be anything from raisins to salsa plates. Okay.
No, but
nobody cares, man.
She still has a good skin to areola ratio, even if it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No pancakes here.
So what was you saying, Jessica?
Okay, yeah, I was saying that those sort of men are becoming more and more common. So going less the traditional way and more sort of the 50-50 route, and you do your bit, I do my bit, and there are no sort of set roles. And I feel like that's sort of what makes a lot of marriages fail, because
absolutely,
people need their roles, and that way they can know that they're fulfilling their half of the bargain. They're doing what they need to do. But with this whole 50-50 thing, the roles become merged and everything just blurs, and then it's a lot easier for things to go wrong.
See, exactly. You see, here's the thing. People are stupid, and they listen to what society tells them versus what's visually apparent. Now, the one with the afro, Johan, he talked about how his family, how his father his father and mother were in a traditional marriage, and they stayed together indefinitely. And now he wants to pull some 50-50 shit out of his ass. It's throughout the board. It's throughout the board. Like, people seeing how the silent generation, how my grandma and grandpa stood together till death did them part. They say, so they seen what worked, and then they tried some new shit, and it was just this huge divorce boom and fucking fiasco, where the only people not getting divorced is the ones not getting married, and they like, okay, we know it didn't work. We know that this new style 50-50 shit didn't work. And what is the new generation doing? Dumbass niggas like these. Something, I'm gonna stick with the 50-50. Why? Because they're stupid like that.
I think some of them think that it's easier, they don't have to work as hard because there's more money coming in if you're both sort of doing 50-50, you've got more money to yourself, or they think that it's going to save them from being with a gold digger. So it's like, what? Oh, you don't want to go 50-50? You're a gold digger. You have to be a gold digger. It's that sort of logic that's pushed right now.
No, it makes sense, and that's how they were able to sell the concept of this to begin with. But you got to understand that if you are outsourcing 50% of your masculine burden onto someone else, then don't be surprised if she outsources 50% of her feminine burden onto you.
I think it's that they're sold a notion that you can do 50-50 and still have it all and still be a man.
Exactly.
But it doesn't happen, because as Claudia said, if I'm helping with the bills and this, that, the other, then you can't lead me, you can't tell me what to do. So it's effectively taken away your position of leadership when you go into a 50-50 relationship. You can't be a leader. And when you try and tell her what to do, or like, listen, this is the route that we're going to follow, she's going to say, why should I listen to you? I pay half the bills. I do this, I do that. You can't tell me what to do,
Jessica, that sounds like a personal problem. If she wants to not have love, that's her problem.
So, no, but I mean, women were sold on the opportunity to leverage their men and have a backup plan. That was the selling point of 50-50 to them. The selling point of 50-50 to men was that they get to offload some of the masculine responsibilities. And they assumed that they would still keep the masculine power in the relationship. They were both lied to, but because it's such a pretty lie, you have new generations like these young men on the panel who are still falling for it. They still want to believe that. And
it does cater to the human nature of trying to get away with whatever you can. It does cater to that, because you cannot conduct yourself as a man of leadership and power without the full responsibility, the full scope of that responsibility. When you conduct yourself as if you have this full scope of that responsibility without actually conducting its entirety, it's a false reality.
Yeah. But I will say there will be times where if I had to, I would contribute, I would contribute. I would, it wouldn't be 100%. Yeah.
Of course, because
it can call for it. So,
Yeah. The goal is to add value to his life. That is the goal, to add value to his life. And it could be in the realm of whatever extracurricular, whatever he considers value to his life. And that could be having an extra gig, or it could be that you are admired as a family because of the way you conduct yourself as a homemaker and the way you network amongst other people in the community. Whatever makes him look good should be your goal. And but it has to be done with that
feel good. Not look
Well,
good, feel good. But
there's always been these jobs. That's what Avon is. There's always been these jobs, or Tupperware or whatnot. You know, there's always been these jobs that were reserved for women to do at their leisure time, particularly when the kids are of a reasonable age to look after themselves. You know, and that's just so they're not at home bored and gossiping, and then next thing you know, you gossip with a feminist enough, and she want to get a divorce. So you know, so it's to offshoot that, and that's perfectly fine. But you know, my grandma, she was a cafeteria lady, you know. So, but that wasn't like a full-time thing. Like she served her lunch, and her day was pretty much over, and she only worked when school was in session. So that was not. She didn't raise 6 kids on that shit, you know, and brag to the world of how strong she was. No, grandpa was the breadwinner. You know, this was just something that she did extra. And if times got rough, I'm sure that the cafeteria lady money came in handy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking of. If you go through rough times, then you may have to pick up any sort of slack and, you know, play your part. That's part of the compromise of marriage. You have to make it work somehow, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there are situations where I can see that it's called for.
No, I'm not saying don't be nimble. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is understand that this is the template that we're working under. Now we may stray from it, you know, here and there, but this is the template. This is the direction that we're going. You know, that's the
you
purpose.
know,
It's the 50-50 concept that's toxic, you know.
It's very toxic, right?
Sometimes I forget that you all are younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
reality is an entirely different. Reality is totally different.
Make a biatch pay again 2020.
I know.
It was your generation, Mela, who came up with this bullshit. Y'all introduced this to the world, and y'all opened Pandora's box, and now I have to close it.
No, we did not.
Yes. It was your bright idea.
It's been the same since the dawn of mankind.
Yeah. Since the dawn of time, men have provided, and women just looked after the family and gathered. You know,
exactly.
It was your bright idea to start hunting and not gathering. You need to gather some fucking shit. That's the problem. You need to gather some nuts and berries. And I like berries. I love raspberries. Gather me some raspberries as I hunt the woolly mammoth to extinction. That was your job, and that's what we've been doing since the beginning of the goddamn time. So when we run out of mammoth, I got some berries to eat. However, you want to hunt too, and then when you come out to hunt, all bruised and
why would we want to hunt? Why?
Because y'all stupid like that. I don't know why these 50-50 bitches want to be career and try to.
No, maybe you was lazy as fuck.
No.
Or maybe someone told you that.
Did she just call us lazy? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Granddad was a lot of things. He wasn't lazy. Nobody was lazy. It's y'all bitches. It's just like she said, she wanted that power and leverage. That's why y'all want to hunt for yourselves. But y'all don't want to see that.
We wanted power.
That's damn right. And you got it. And now the saber-toothed tiger is about to bite you in the ass, and ain't shit you can do about it because you ain't got the testosterone to protect yourself against it. God damn it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good until you hunt saber-toothed tigers, isn't it? You thought that the dodo bird was enough, but nope, that ass, and you don't know what the fuck to do about it. And y'all done fucked up. But don't say that we've been doing it at the beginning of the time. This is your own new creative bullshit, and it's fucked up and it's wrong, and that is the problem that we have to fix.
Okay, Flasher. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let me continue.
Man didn't, but I still gave him that respect to lead in the ways where I think, like, I wouldn't be with him if I didn't trust in his judgment. So I trust him to, like, kind of like.
But I still gave him the respect to lead, bitch.
Know, like, what he's talking about. and I have that respect for him. So I would never be disrespectful to someone I'm with if he doesn't make as much money as me.
Right.
Because I'm obviously with him for other things that he has that maybe there's shortcomings that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we have to like make sure we keep that, like, ladies, if you're with someone and you make more money than him, don't be disrespectful because you have more money. Just like fellas, if you have more money than the woman, well, that means I can like fuck everybody I want to fuck because I make more money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree
feel
with
like we
that.
still have to have our respect for each
I know
other.
where Mel was saying that
and
she
not
can't,
let
but
it
I
be
agree
based just on money. I think we kind of like missed the mark with that.
All right, so that's the end of that. I don't know if I'm gonna do this or just listen to MOT because MOT. Oh, for those of you who don't know, MOT is on a debate right now. So feel free to check that out if y'all want to, and just check this later on the
He's a very expressive. He's a very expressive man.
Yeah, he is. So I was gonna do this one right here because I didn't even see it yet. This one with it's talking about pump and dump. Apparently featuring this guy right here. So this was gonna be my next thing. I didn't see it yet. But do y'all want to do that or just go over to MOT?
I'll do it.
Let's see what MOT is talking about.
Okay.
Or rather here. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna play it on my stream. He's on Prophet of Thought, so feel free to check it out, Mela. But what are the thoughts on this right here?
What we
Pump
just
and dump.
covered?
I'm iffy with pump and dump, you know.
No, what the 50-50. So does anybody
okay.
have any closing thoughts on 50-50 before we get into the pump and dump?
Don't do 50-50 marriages. That's my closing thought. Don't do it.
It's
My closing thoughts is every day make her pay.
Damn, that rhymes too. Damn.
See, the thing about the 50-50 is when you look at it on the surface, and it's like a pretty lie, like I think Game Changer said, because when you look at it on the surface, it can be, oh, you know, I can almost have it all, but it never works out. Very, very rarely it works out, you know. It usually causes more harm than it does positive.
Now, Zone, I want to take on it because you say that you once you leave medical school, you are going to seek another doctor for a mate. So you're looking for 50-50 then, just on a higher end.
Well, yeah, I'm looking for 50-50, but I think that 50-50 only applies during a relationship, but I think after getting married, and I sort of want her to be a stay-at-home mom.
So she would waste a considerable. Well, she would, but that's fine. But you're looking for a doctor, so she would have wasted a considerable amount of education and time.
Not necessarily.
Well, she can be a doctor
use her
after
genius.
the kids grows up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She better governs the children because she has this education.
All right, fair enough.
Well, I mean, like, she could be a doctor again after the kids are going back to school, and she could work part-time.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. No, that's a decent ideal, but you're not looking for 50-50 within the relationship. You're looking for traditionalism, just with somebody who's competent enough to be a doctor and sustain themselves.
Exactly.
When the time comes.
Yeah, just high quality woman.
Exactly.
Yeah,
a competent, quality woman.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I could agree with that. All right, so that's a consensus. Those of you who are interested, feel free to check out POT and check this on the. We're 1 minute and 48 in. 1 hour and 48 minutes in. So that is the timestamp if you want to check out Prophet of Thought right now. All right, let me continue. And then check this on a replay.
Yeah, hold that.
Hey, dang, you know what I'm saying? It's just easy now.
It's easy. So does that make you lose respect?
Sometimes, yeah, you know, because like if you post pictures of like you know nude and a dude shoot his shot, why you mad at him shooting his shot that you know what I'm saying?
What about the male thoughts? There's male thoughts. There's a lot of male thoughts.
All right, hold
They
on.
hang around the entourage, hoping to get a little sip of the bottle.
Only a fucking feminist would say, "What about a male?" as something that strictly applies to females. Men can be thoughts too. No, it doesn't have the same meaning, and you know it. You know it. To even think that you can compare men and women that way is retarded. And this is the beginning of female, what's the word I'm looking for? Feminism. This is passive-aggressive feminism. Well, what about the men that do it? Huh? I understand. What about the men that wear tampons?
I think they're calling them hyenas these days.
Yeah, and actually that's a good analogy because hyena culture is patriarchal, or excuse me, matriarchal. Unlike in the comparison is lions, which are patriarchal, but I think that's a false one because they're not monogamous and they have problems. But I do agree with the hyena analogy, and hyena is not considered like a threatening animal. I think it's a canine subset, but it's not really considered like one of the stronger ones. I mean, like the stronger species. Listen, man, listen to me good. The stronger species, race, ethnicity, the stronger groups in the world that are not insects are always patriarchal. And whenever you have some type of weird ass offshoot of it, they're always like weak and just worse in the ways that you measure species. Take a bonobo, for example, right? Take a bonobo.
A bonobo?
Yeah, bonobo.
What's a bonobo?
Good question. That is a very good question, Jessica. So you don't hear about the bonobo, do you?
No.
But you've heard about a chimpanzee, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've heard about a gorilla, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've heard about an orangutan, haven't you?
Yep.
And a bonobo is also amongst the great ape family, but you don't hear about it because it's such a shitty species of ape. It is the worst of all apes. And you want to know why it's the worst of all apes?
Why?
Because it is matriarchal. So I'm gonna read to you a snippet of how bonobos live, and this shit is fucking sickening. And bonobo women are literal whores, and they're the smallest, dumbest of the great apes families in ways that humans measure intelligence. Like you can measure the intelligence of like what they do. Like for example, a chimpanzee will take some grass, lick it, stick it in a ant hole, and then when the ants come on the grass, it takes it out and eats it that way. Things like that requires intelligence because you're using tools to do stuff. Bonobos, they are dumb as fuck, and all they do is they go around fucking each other. Like I swear, they fucking nigga apes. Hold on.
Judge is in the back.
Oh yeah, I'll get him.
I used to watch those wilderness shows, and I think they showed those wilderness monkeys. It was disgusting. They were horny.
Well, no, these are yeah. Well, but these aren't monkeys. These are apes. But they might as well be a monkey because they're less evolved than all the other apes.
They were horny. That's for damn sure.
No, that's bonobo. Let me go for it.
That made me stop watching those nature shows. I couldn't take it.
Okay, so bonobos, also historically called pygmy chimpanzee, or less often the or what's that? Griselle? I don't know. Chimpanzees is an endangered ape and one of the two species making up the genus Pan, meaning that they're part human. And they're closer to chimpanzee. They're amongst the same evolutionary track as humans. In other words, let's see. Another common being, chimpanzee. Let's see. Also,
So
bonobo.
basically, they're so stupid they're breeding themselves out.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. Hold on. But rather than distinct species of their own, both species sometimes referred to collectively as general terms. Chimpanzees are trans.
I didn't.
With people in the
didn't
black
wanna say
community.
I didn't want to say anything about that, but
About
it's
what?
true.
Well, okay, so
I
it
agree
says,
with you.
They're distinguished by relatively long leg, pink slip, dark face, tail. Let's see. Hold on. But I want to talk about the species. Is okay. I want to talk about their mating habits because then you get to the real fucked up shit, and it'll explain to you why they're damn near extinct. I mean, they're all fucked. Okay, let's see. Evolutionary history.
So they're hood niggas.
Something like that, but worse because the women, it's a pure gynocracy. Okay, so here's the thing about bonobos. Chimpanzees, because they're closest related to them in the ape family, but chimpanzees, they mate on an as needed basis. And what I mean by that is when a woman is fertile, when a woman chimpanzee is fertile, her butt turns red. So they look for the red butt and they fuck them then. And it's always doggy style or ape style. The bonobos have a very erotic lifestyle that includes all the positions that humans enjoy. And it's done all the time, not just when she's fertile. And they're constantly doing it, and the women are using this sex as a leverage to control their men. And that is why it's called that's why they have like a primate gynocracy. Hold on. Because it's not showing in Wikipedia their mating habits. So I'm gonna Google mating habits of the bonobos, and I'll tell you what they talk about. Because I swear when you listen to it or when you hear it read, it's some shit straight out of a porn.
Please don't show the video, please.
No, there's no video, but at least I hope that there's no video. But,
thank goodness.
Here, but when you read it, it's like some erotica shit. When regular, you know how dogs sniff butt and shit like that, like, but they have a thing that's like necessary because they're checking for fertility. But they just, it's weird. All right, here, mating habits. Hold on. Oh, and they're gay. On top of everything else, they be fucking each other. Like, so I'm telling you, it's y'all gonna flip. Y'all gonna flip when y'all hear this shit. All right, bonobos mating habit. All right. But yeah, so that's why you haven't heard of them, Jessica, is because they're damn near extinct. Oh, listen at this article. Go for it.
No, I was just gonna say usually they can't tell us enough about all the animals that are going extinct. So I would think I'd hear of it even more in that case. But yeah, I've never heard of them.
That's because society would rather they didn't exist.
Fun fact: the koala bear is almost extinct with the fires in Australia.
Oh damn, that sucks. I like koala bears.
Oh, they give you like chlamydia. They give people chlamydia.
Koala bears?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know, something to do with their saliva or something like that.
It's that bamboo that they eat.
Isn't that pandas that eat bamboo? Oh, who knows?
Yeah, my bad.
Okay,
My bad.
listen at this. Listen at this description. This is from 2006. At a juncture in history during which women are seeking equality with men, science arrives with a baffled, belated gift to the feminist movement. Male evolutionary scenarios, men the hunter, men the toolmaker, and so on, are being challenged by the discovery that females play a central, perhaps even dominant role in the social life of one of our newest relatives. In the past 2 decades, many standards of knowledge have come together concerning a relatively unknown ape with an unorthodox repertoire of behavior, the bonobo. Now, let's stop right there. They're trying to up this. And this is what feminism is. They're not going to mention that the motherfuckers are damn near extinct. And even though they've been here since humanity, we're just now discovering them because they're just that shitty and unnoticeable of a creature. Okay, let's see. The bonobo is one of the last large mammals to be found by science. Are you kidding me? You're so lame that you're the last thing found. And you're the last mammal found. That's how fucked up you are. That's how fucked up you're the last mammal discovered, really? This
That is
creature
fucked up.
Yeah, the creature was discovered in 1929. All right, hold on. Let's get to the fucking. Hold on. Species. Okay, the species is best characterized as female-centered and egalitarian. How's it egalitarian if it's female-centered? And as one that substitutes sex for aggression. Y'all hearing this shit, right? Y'all hearing this shit. Okay. Whereas in most other species, sexual behavior is a fairly distinct category. In the bonobos, it is part and parcel of social relations. And yes, this is some nigga shit. I am not making this up. And not just between males and females. I told you they be on some gay shit. I'm not making this up. They be on some gay shit. And not just between males and females. Bonobos engage in sex in virtually every partner combination. They be having some fucking ape orgies. These motherfuckers. This is some twisted. This is what made people listening. This is what matriarchy. Look up the bonobo. This is not Game Changer making this shit up. Look up the bonobo. This is what matriarchy is. It is a fucked up society of a lesser ape that goes around fucking any and everything. They have like all kind of shit. And sexual interactions occur more often among bonobo than any other primates. Sounds familiar? Despite the frequency of sex, the bonobo rate of reproduction in the wild is about the same as that of the chimpanzee. A female gives birth to a single infant at intervals of between 5 to 6 years. So bonobos share at least one very important characteristics with our own species, namely a separation between sexes and reproduction. Okay, hold on. Near relative. Hold on, I'm trying to find like the shit that entered. All right, I'll try to find it and then I'll do it as an intro to like. Oh, wait a minute. Like female chimpanzees, bonobos nurse and carry their. Oh no, wait. I just seen female chimpanzees. By the age of 7, offspring become full. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Love, not war. My own interest in bonobos came from an inherent fascination with their charms, but from research on aggressive behavior in primates. I was particularly intrigued with the aftermath of conflict. After 2 chimpanzees have fought, for instance, they may come together for a hug and mouth-to-mouth kiss. Yep.
Sounds like
That's
me
some
and my
shit.
wife.
No, this is male on male though. Like two male chimpanzees fight and then they just kiss each other afterward. But bonobos,
What the hell?
listen at this. Assuming that such reunions serve to restore peace and harmony, I label them as reconciliation. Any species that combines close bonds with potential conflicts needs such consolatory mechanisms. Thinking how much faster marriage would break up if people who had no way of, let's see, what do the bonobos do? Began at the San Diego Zoo. All right. So it's not going to say it in this article, but they jack each other off. Like after bonobos fight each other, the winner gives the loser a hand job.
Bloody hell.
Yes.
Let's try.
So Mel, if you want to find like a worse,
What the fuck did you? What? Wait a minute. What did you just say?
two male bonobos fight, and after it's over, the winner gives the loser a hand job.
Oh man. Hey, all they needed some Hollywood sunglasses and shit. God damn, that is terrible.
Is that to show like dominance or something like that?
It reminds me of that. It reminds National Geographic documentary I seen about. I didn't know what to call them at the time, but I guess they are genobos or whatever, garanimals or some shit. Look, man, that's crazy.
Do you know
okay?
what? All animals
ain't nobody
have sex, right? They all have sex. It's reproduction.
But
right?
but the male on.
But that is weird.
Exactly.
The male, it's like I'm gonna beat your ass and then jack you off. I mean, what is that?
I've always liked orangutans. They were the better monkeys.
That's like hate sex. I guess it's hate
I think
sex,
it's a
but
dominance thing because one wins and then the other one has to sort of submit. And
but who gets to jack off who first?
No. The winner
is that
gives
the
the
reward?
Oh, the winner gives
the
the
winner.
hand job.
The winner gives the hand job. Yeah.
Oh,
now you know that's some calculated shit right there.
But see, they're not smart enough to cut off his penis during the fight, so he doesn't have to jack it.
Well, they don't use knives. Yeah, but I mean, they don't use tools.
But I think they said
the winner.
So is this arrangement established before the fight?
It's just their
No, it's
tradition,
just
it
commonly
seems.
understood. Like the
It's
loser
just
just kind of lies there with his ass beat. Like, all right, you whooped my ass. Where's my hand job? Like, that's what's going on.
So you mean to tell me you either win
It's
or you're a
disturbing to
homo
me.
ape?
So what do the women do?
Oh, that's where it gets real fucked up.
Oh,
that's
God.
where it gets real.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, I hate that I asked.
There is a reason. There is a reason why they're the most fucked up species, or they were the last of the large mammals discovered. You are the last. Are you kidding me? That means that like they've been like throughout the world, and they just figured your ass out. You are the worst. You are the least significant, least polarizing mammal on the planet. All right, hold on. Sex, it turned out, is the key to the social life of the bonobo. Sounds familiar? The first suggestion that the sexual behavior of bonobos is different had come from observation at European zoos. Wrapping their findings in Latin primatologist Edward Straught and Heinz Heck report in 1954 that the chimpanzees of, what's that, Hellebrand? wanted more canem like dogs. So that's what I'm talking about, doggy style. I think canem is probably like a Latin word for doggy style. Let me use that. Like, okay. Or canum, C-A-N-U-M, canum, whatever. Like, hey, let's do it. Let's do some canum. What's that? Canum style. I like that. I like learning new words.
Canem style.
All right.
Open Gangnam style.
Oh shit! Let me write that down.
Would it be shocking if she knew what it meant? That would be shocking.
Oh, that would mean she is a fucking freak, and she been watching the double fuck. That's what that means.
Tandem style followed by some coitus interruptus.
I got a question.
Julius Maximus. Yeah.
How did you hear about this 8? Because I was surprised when you mentioned the name. I was sitting here listening when nobody said anything. I said I must be a nerd because I was the only one that knew there were a species of 8. And I didn't know about them. I didn't go into detail about them playing with each other's crap like that, but I actually knew what they were. And I was sitting there just saying, God, dog, I watched too many documentaries.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Usually I like the animal documentaries.
I must be. I told him when you said the name, I said, I've heard of them. I think it's an 8.
Those National Geographic documentaries are traumatizing sometimes.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even really watch TV all like that. To me, it's like I noticed too. When I was younger, I didn't give a fuck. But as I get older, I want to either have a debate or I want to have, and like when I watch something, I want to learn something. You know, it's like I can't watch TV all day like these people could.
Right.
You know? But it's like I want to learn something I didn't know, but I didn't do it. I did not want to learn. That's too much information. Now, wait a minute. You said the loser gets the hand job?
Yeah.
You would think that the winner would get it.
No, but you know what? It makes sense because I'm sure when you were reading about them before, it said something about consoling each other and this, that, the other.
Oh,
so
okay.
the winner
So
probably consoles the loser by giving him
Okay,
a hand
I
job.
can understand. I can understand
You
that
can
now. It's
understand
like
Wait.
You know what?
I'm sorry I beat your ass. Let me give you a hand
Right.
job.
I'm not gonna lie because I've done that before. We've got into fights about
you beat somebody else.
No. Well, listen. Let me finish because you cut me off. Let me finish. But don't you know, like you've got into fights because you really trying, especially when you were young and dumb, trying to show off for a girl, and then the girl still go with the dude you beat up, like help him off the ground and all that shit. Yeah. And it's like, oh, so basically she's consoling him after he got his ass whipped. So
almost like pity sex.
Look,
I don't care. That's one of the rules I tell my son. You don't fight over no girl because you can knock the dude out and the bitch will sit there and still leave with him and pick him up off the ground.
Judge, I'm gonna need you to get your timing together, okay? Your timing when you said the way you responded, your timing
is off. That's why. Nah, man, he cut me off.
A lot of guys' girlfriends will never respect him because if he says, I'm going to tear that ass up, she will respond, why didn't you tear his ass up?
Well, I beat somebody up before and I watched him the girl still, you know, like, because basically, you know how if a nigga talk shit, sometimes you let that shit go. But if he talk shit in front of a woman, you probably just going to beat his ass just because you're like, wait a minute, nah, you ain't going to make me look. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and show you.
What's up?
You're not going
can you make me a mod or go in your chat and delete the comment? There's a troll in there.
What comment?
The one it's really close to the bottom.
Yeah, I would like that as well because people do me too.
Well, I mean, no, I seen it. I just put the link to the description. I'm not making up an entire species of 8 because that's something that's easily disproved, you know. So I'm not.
I mean, no. I've heard about the 8.
His blueprint is reserved for certain women.
But yeah, I've heard about
this Game Changer for women. Is this a women's channel?
No,
I should make one. I was thinking about making a pick me channel.
I'm gonna make one.
Oh my gosh, the trolling there would be so strong.
Oh yeah, true. I don't know why people. Yeah, but I'll have everybody modded up for that because no trolls on the pick me space. Pick me's need a space. All right.
I'm not gonna participate in that.
So listen. In those days, face-to-face copulation was considered uniquely human, a cultural innovation that needed to be taught. Let's see, pre-literate term missionary position. Okay. These early studies written in German were ignored by international scientific establishment. The bonobos' human-like sexuality needed to be rediscovered in the 1970s before it became accepted as a characteristic of the species. So they're the only ones besides humans of the great apes that fuck, like face-to-face, that fuck missionary position. Let's see. Bonobos became sexually aroused remarkably easy. Listen, who does this sound like? When you read this, who does this sound like? Let's see. They express excitement in a variety of mounted positions, genitalia contact. Although chimpanzees virtually never adopt free face-to-face position, bonobos do so in 1 out of 3 copulations in the wild. Furthermore, the frontal organ. Let's see. Other similarities to human is.
God damn it, Game Changer! It sounds like you reading to yourself.
I am, because I'm
You have
scanning.
an audience. You have an audience.
No, I'm scanning to get to the good shit. So here's some good shit right now. I just scanned. All right. So another similarity with humans is increased female sexual reciprocity, meaning that they get off more than chimpanzees, because, you could fuck them into submission. Apparently you could fuck a bonobo into submission. Let's see.
Well, I mean, now, when you relate that to humans, think about it. As you say, fuck them into submission. That's kind of like how we've let this feminist bullshit just, properly like that. You've just been fucked into submission. And I think that right now we're coming through a stage where, like, I was on a panel with some people, and I said, right now we're just coming to a stage where the men are just starting to wake up and realize that it's not, just getting laid is not worth all the trouble. And it's like, it's almost like, it's better. They don't realize something. I feel sorry for the women. Y'all got about 10, 15 years of hard time coming. Y'all, this is just the tip of the iceberg. But y'all guys, what it is men are saying, well, wait a minute, I can just buy it or pay for this and that and then going about my way. And they find it to be much cheaper and less stressful.
Bonobos pay. On top of everything else, they pay. They pay, and the women lay there. They come with a bunch of leaves and shit, and they just pile the leaves on, and she fucks them as the leaves come.
I don't know, buddy. I've never seen a bonobo in child support court. I've never seen a bonobo in child support court. I don't know.
Right, the leaves are free. I mean, think about it. I can just pull them off a branch. That's all. Think about it. That's all you're worth is some free leaves. I mean, think about it. It's not the jungle court system. No leaves in the jungle.
The jungle court system.
They do pay. Getting your ass beat and then getting a hand job after that is child support court.
I'm Carl Sagan.
It's an ass and a hand job. Like,
here's a question, Game Changer.
So does the male stick around for the baby?
No, but wait a minute. Here's a question, Game Changer.
They are the niggas that pay.
If the leaves are a form of payment, right? Technically, to get the leaves, it's not a lot of work. I mean, you're in the fucking jungle. It's leaves everywhere. So that goes to show you that the payment is not worth. It's like us throwing out $1. I mean, 50. I mean, it's like us throwing out a quarter. I mean, or pennies. You can find them on the street. It ain't like, So if anything, they're showing what it's really worth.
I mean,
these are a discarded resource at the end of the year.
There might be some olive leaves.
Oh, whatever. Look at you. You got to try to make it better. The leaves might smell good.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Look, I got to get out here in my yard. I'm going to rake the leaves up tomorrow. I'm going to make a video. I want to see how many women I can get to lay up.
He's going to rake up some leaves.
I got some leaves. You just got to light them.
He's going. There's all types of leaves out here, baby. Oh my goodness, this is funny. I'm sorry, it's funny.
I like her referee outfit. It's fitting.
I think. Now, here's the question. Now, why would you say go? Does the man stick around to do? I mean, what the man? He done his job. He done planted the seeds and leave. Smart man.
They don't know who the baby daddy is. But
remember, y'all want to listen. Listen. No, wait a minute, man.
They gonna do a Maury Povich show in the jungle and find out who the father is. All
right,
that.
She probably got 5 other chimpanzees that done been up there in the last hour.
Right. And you know, when the other chimpanzee finds out he's not the father, he's just gonna be swinging off the damn ceiling like, "Hey, I told you niggas I ain't the father." It's gonna be like that in the jungle.
I believe there will be a lot of ooh-oohs and ah-ahs.
Well, that way at least she can do what the hell she wants. She don't have to worry about nobody telling her what to do, because she gets to make all the decisions on how the child is raised. So why shouldn't she take care of the child by herself if she wants to make all the decisions?
And she
like, what's going on here?
And she gets wick. She gets wick. So she, you know, she winning. She gets wick. She gets leaves and some wick.
Right.
This is not
familiar with this
word. This is more. Hold on. This is morbid. Let's stop. This is.
I mean, think about it. I mean,
what type
of smart
sense of humor is this? What type of sense of humor is this? We got to stop.
Wait a minute, though. Not a game changer. These apes might be smarter than us men. Think about it. They giving them leads. We pay bills and buy them houses and diamonds. Man, we need to go back to the leaf standard.
No, listen. Y'all need to understand this. Humans are the apes that said, "I ain't with these niggas."
Did you hear what I said? Go back to the leaf standard. See, ever since we upgraded from leaf, there used to be leaves and everybody was all cool. Now we want to upgrade to paying bills, buying houses and cars and diamonds. Go back to the leaf standard. Who's all in favor of the leaf standard? Put 1 in the chat, please. Leaf standard.
2.
Well, I mean, that's why they're damn near extinct. But yeah, apparently they got big ass pink vaginas. Hold on. Let's see. So their cycle, instead of for a few days out of her cycle, the female bonobo is almost continuously sexually active.
Oh, good.
Active C20. Let's see. Perhaps the bonobo.
Oh, her estrogen is out of control.
The bonobo females is wild as fuck. Isn't
it testosterone that makes you horny though?
I don't know, but she walks around with a big ass pink vagina like all month long.
It sounds like it sounds like estrogen overload or something.
No, they just got they had
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right, Jessica. Testosterone overload.
So she has high testosterone. What does that sound like? You know, and they say what's gentle genitalia rubbing?
Yeah.
Masturbation.
Okay.
Oh, we said that a little too fast, Jessica. Sorry. I'm just trying to be.
It's called baiting the master.
Well,
baiting the master. Oh my goodness.
Another primate is genitalia rubbing between adult female. Oh,
is she using the leaves? That's what the leaves are for.
No, they are scissoring. They are scissoring. I'm telling these are some fucked up apes. The women scissor each other. It says between adult females.
For leaves?
Just because they like it. One female faces
God.
and leg to a partner. That listen. One female facing another clings with arms and legs to a partner that standing on both hands and feet. Oh my God!
Wow.
Lift her off the ground. The two females then rub their genitalia, swelling laterally together, emitting grins.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
And squeals that properly reflect orgasmic experiences.
I would just like to cut you right there and just say women are fucked up in every species possible.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. They,
I mean, besides humans, they're the only ones that do this shit. Like gorillas,
Right.
the orangutan, they're like,
They're
look, I
hedge
ain't-
cutting. That's not even scissors.
I can't say that the males are actually smarter than us because at least they're getting leaves.
So what are
They
you gonna
getting
start?
way
You're
worse.
gonna start jerking off other men then? You're gonna have a fight with them.
We should go on the leaf standards. Leaf standards.
I mean, listen, you'll feel like you have a good deal as a bonobo until somebody whips your ass and jacks you off. Like I think that would be the day that you would wish that you was.
Look, I'm never getting my ass beat. So I'm just saying.
So until you whip somebody's ass and you have to jack them off, like either way.
No, never mind. Oh,
Like,
I'm thinking.
Look, I don't want no fight with you, bro. I don't want no fight with you.
That's defining their whole existence. You beat their ass and then take their sexuality.
Oh my goodness. This is
ridiculous. Are just laying there waiting, like, but
This is ridiculous.
I lost that fight on purpose.
They're probably masochistic by nature and they like it.
Right.
Oh
my gosh, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on.
That is a freaky gorilla.
I'm down with the leaf standard. I'm down with the leaf standard. That's the thing. That's all. Are you worth one leaf or two, Melon?
Well, listen at this. Male bonobos.
Those are some bareback monkeys.
Listen. Male bonobos, two may engage in pseudo copulation, but generally performs a variation. Standing back to back, one male briefly rubs his scrotum against the buttocks of another.
Oh,
also practice so-called penis fencing.
Oh my gosh! Did they sit up here? What do they got? They got the alphabet community sitting up there getting on their phones and shit too.
In which two males hang face to face from a branch. Oh my God! They're doing this on Cheeries.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Can we change the subject now?
goodness. Thank goodness there's no video. Thank goodness.
Can we change
there
the
are
subject
some
now,
things
please?
that you can't
get back to the
look.
video.
There's some things you can't unsee.
Okay, so
Thank
now I see
God.
why they're called bonobos.
So
Bono.
Oh no, Bo, right? Oh no, no. Oh no. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro.
Vulnerable.
So you have these two apes. They're
vulnerable
hanging from
monkeys.
trees, and they have erect penises that they're just poking at each other's other penis.
What they trying to do? Get the strength up or something?
I have no idea.
Just okay. I think we can change the subject now. I mean, we don't.
Let's change
They
the
need
subject.
they need the leaves for vitamin K.
Well, oh damn, they're still talking about it. Female alliances. They have a sisterhood. All right, I'm gonna just put the video back in there. I'll probably read it on a later thing.
They're gonna
have
make a
sisterhood
salad.
on top of.
They're gonna make a salad with the leaves after they finish having sex.
Oh hell no! I got.
Oh
It's
my
like-
God!
It's like a potluck.
ranch
It's like
dressing.
okay, yeah.
I wonder if they have kale.
Like that's not ranch dressing.
I like
Yeah,
kale.
right. It's some kale, right? If you want some of this, you're gonna have to bring something to the potluck. Shit.
Now they do it on top of the leaves and then eat them afterwards.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh my god!
This is ridiculous.
All right,
This is ridiculous.
all right man. Please
I can't
change the
see-
subject. I just ate something. I don't want to do this.
Y'all got to hear this.
I can't.
No more.
I'm telling
no more
you, National Geographic traumatized me. It traumatized me. National Geographic documentaries they're tragic. I can't do it. I cannot.
This is the last paragraph. Apart from maintaining harmony, sex is also involved in creating the singular social structure of the bonobos. This use of sex becomes clear when studying bonobos in the wild. Field research on bonobos started only in the mid-70s, a decade after the most popular studies in wild chimpanzee has been initiated. let's see. In terms of continuity and invested woman power, the Chimpanzee Project of Jane Goodall and Toshida Nishida, something Japanese, both in Tanzania, are unparalleled. But Bonobo Research, Takashiya, and others of Cato University began to show the same payoffs after 2 decades at Wamba in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So they're hinting at it, but they're not really saying it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll put the link again in the thing. But just so y'all know, there are worse things than hyenas to be. But everywhere matriarchy goes, you find a fucked up species. I mean, a truly fucked up species that hangs from trees and stab each other with their erect penises. Like everywhere matriarchy goes is something that's fucked up that's followed. Which is why somebody's saying, like, hyenas are the cowards of the jungles. I mean, they most certainly aren't wolves or anything else like that. And bonobos are something that's worse than that. They are a truly fucked up species of ape by any measure. All right.
You learn something new every day.
I did not learn that.
Sounds like some of the Negroes I defend in court.
They be like, we got a game, no, your boy.
They be hanging from trees, stabbing each other. All right.
Sound like some of the Negroes that were released from prison.
Are in it. That's what they do. They beat each other ass and jack each other off. Like it sounds like the ones in prison.
Boy got a game, you got a game.
See, I'm a male, I'm a male ambassador.
Male ambassador. I think the major problem is that men don't listen. They do a lot of talking. So I think we need.
Men don't listen. I'm watching this for the first time. Just remember she said that. Let's see who is she. She's nobody. She's nobody. Whenever your title is creative entrepreneur, that doesn't mean shit. That's not a real title. That's not a job.
Creative / entrepreneur. So what is creative as a job title? Like, it makes no sense.
You are a nothing person. You sell shiny rock.
She hanging out.
No, go for it. Well, no, she wants to sell her creativity. Is what she wants to do, of whatever that is. But
she hanging out. She hasn't made up her mind what to commit to career-wise, so she just made up some shit.
2 very vague titles.
Exactly.
It's very vague.
I'm a creative entrepreneur.
Yeah, what the fuck kind of fairy tale title is that?
Oh, and they're clapping. Hold on, let's see what they have to clap. She probably said something creative. All right.
He reminds me of that guy that used to be in movies.
She creatively sells Avon.
No, she glues like seashells on it, and like that's what
She creatively sells fake earrings.
Listen to what I have to say, or you tell me what you think. I should be.
Those earrings are awful.
She said, listen to what I have to say before you tell me what you think. And the audience clapped.
Yeah.
This is gynocracy.
Yeah, they like that. They like that she attempted to overpower him.
Yeah. You listen to what I have to say before you tell me what you think.
And then they clap. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Bonobles.
Did
Bonobos.
you hear what I said?
But my thing is, I'm not really sure if there is a disconnect.
Okay.
I think things now in 2020, as my man alluded to, I think things have changed a lot more. And I think instead of it being a disconnect, I think it's more so now just different ways we relate to each other.
Okay.
And I think if you're really good at it.
Now he has an actual title. I just want to point that out. He has an actual title.
What
Somebody
was
said
what was his title?
he's an ex-NFL player.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, even though it's an X title, but it's still you understand what he's about. You know, he's retired off of his large income. So yeah.
He has an accomplishment that he's retired with.
Yeah, exactly. He retired young because he has a occupation where he's fortunate enough to do that.
Smart man.
Then you can have the kind of connection you want. But I think a lot of people are still operating in the past, and some people are trying to catch up with the future at this point. But that's just my take on it.
Were you a football player?
Yes, I was.
Oh, which play?
I played college ball at University of Maryland, and I played in the pros all over. So I started with the Baltimore Ravens, then I moved to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I spent 5 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, and then off to the Seattle Seahawks, Oakland Raiders, and then the Tennessee Titans. So I was a journeyman, guys.
So you should have groupie stories from a lot of different cities.
I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of stories.
Okay. Now it seems like men will spend months chasing a woman, but after they hit it, they lose interest. Why do y'all do that? Let's go to you.
Okay. Because you put me on the hot seat. I'll take a little swim before I answer this question.
Why is it y'all chasing months and then lose?
I think it goes back to what we were saying about what I originally said. I think because things have changed so much, it's like, I think always men, when we go out, we always have a goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? We get home, before we go out, we make sure we put our best clothes on, smelling real nice, got our game together, got the swag before we hit the club. But we really want to meet females. We want to have a good time, and hopefully by the end of the night, take care of a little business. You know what I'm saying? So,
see, it's different, right? Because like when women go out, me and my girls, we don't go out to get sex for that night. We're looking to meet our man. Like
that's a lie. Objection.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. Women don't go looking for sex.
Even if it is true, there is a lie in it. Because remember, just like on the last one, she was saying that, you know, what if women want the same thing that men want? And why should women behave this way and men behave this way? So basically,
she meant love. She meant love. She didn't mean sex.
Before she was conflating the two, and now she's like, oh no, it's
love.
Like, wait a minute.
It's a mixture of the two, because there are people that go out looking. There are women who go out looking to pull someone to have sex. It happens. I've known people that do it, so it does happen.
Have you done it?
No, not me personally, but I've known.
I haven't done it either, so I don't.
Especially if
I don't advocate that that's a concept.
No, especially if a woman has gone through a dry spell and she just wants easy sex. The easy way to do that is to go to a bar, club, meet someone, and do what you do. You know, it happens.
Just because a woman can do it, it doesn't mean that that's what's going on.
I've known it to happen. I've known it to happen. So I can say that some women.
You got associates. You know them personally? They're your friends?
I Mela, what you're saying is that casual sex exists. Don't deny the existence of it, because then you come off as, you know, like you're being.
I'm not a babe in the woods. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, but no, she's saying that it exists amongst some women. So yeah, which we all can agree on. Let me continue this.
Someone's going to get shagged.
Do you guys say shagged?
Nah, only when we're talking about Austin Powers. I think he said.
Okay.
Claudia, there's been times.
I'm not going to tell on myself, but I will tell on my girls. So I'm going to tell on girls. Sometimes people go out, girls go out to get some sex.
Exactly what I was just saying. It happens. It does.
I don't advocate that. I don't.
It's not what I personally advocate, but it happens.
Let's move past that and move towards this. Let's take a look at the screen.
I can imagine that women do that. I just wouldn't recommend it.
No, Mela, you're not reading. Let's take a read at what we see on the screen.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at the screen then. Damn it. Okay. What are we looking at here?
Diversity and inclusion strategist.
Yes.
See, the fuck?
No, Mela, this is the thing. To me, that is an actual job title that I can imagine someone having, maybe in a HR or something department. But what I'm picking up from that is the ideology that she's going to have. So she is the, you know, we've got she's like a feminist, basically. That's what I think she's going
She's
to
a professional
from
feminist.
her job title.
That's something she made up.
Well,
No,
she's
those-
it's both. It's both. Okay, so there's freelance people, right? And they're typically feminists, and they go from company to company trying to teach people this bullshit. So, like every now and again, a company will have like diversity inclusion day that we should inform our upper management about diversity inclusion, and here is our strategy. Here is our strategy.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on right quick. You don't really need to qualify for this. You just have to be a minority or a double minority. And you just go to a bunch of white people
Let me
and
tell
say,
you something.
you need more minorities. The strategy is to bring more minorities and give them whatever they want.
The thing is, you're going to find
This crap right here in corporate America is considered the same as getting a resume from Raquisha. This is some bullshit.
No, Mela, this exists
definitely
more
bullshit.
and more within the corporate world, because I can tell you where I work, there are people with titles just like this, and it's because of all the new laws and all these things that are in place that they have to hire people like this. And if anything, it just keeps up the public image of the company, and you know, it shows that they're doing their bit. That's basically what it is. These people are cropping up in businesses.
That's
all
why
over.
her hair look all crazy and shit.
Yep. That's exactly why.
I believe she's inebriated.
No, I'm not.
No, that's exactly why.
Not you, Mela, the woman
I'm
on
gonna
the screen.
I'm gonna download some apps, and if I drop off, then I'll return.
All right. But yeah, so never forget that this is the thing. This is bonobo shit.
Okay, now I said I'm not talking about Okay, so you're a little friend.
Yeah, back in the day, a long time ago. Well, my friends, what I had heard. What I had heard was, I mean, women have needs too, and sometimes you go out not looking for a relationship, but it may have been a while, and you're looking for someone you could have a happy ending with as well. I don't think it's just a male thing.
I don't think it's just a male thing, but I definitely think it's more common.
I absolutely
Because
think it's more common.
you know, and a lot of times we're not going to admit, like, hey, I'm just trying to get some dick for tonight. Like, usually it's like, I hope I meet my man.
But I think that conversation is kind of changing now, because like now we have people in my generation who are like city girls, and like women empowerment is coming a different way.
Hot
We have
girls
like
up,
exactly
city girls
hot
up.
girl summers, hot girl winners, hot girl falls, hot girl everything.
Her ponytail's throwing me off.
Well, it's a ponytail. It's not a ponytail. This is a ponytail. You know, basically, Pocahontas got scalped, and she got the rewards.
And Moses parted the sea at the top of her head.
But notice how she associate thought behavior, like hot girl summer and shit like that, with empowerment. She feels that it's power and going around fucking everything. I bet you she got a big pink vagina. I bet she's a fucking bonobo.
I know she regrets wearing that coat.
She reminds me of like a 90s or 80s woman rapper with the earrings, the hairstyle, and the jacket.
Exactly. She's stuck in the past. Yeah.
Not sister soldier, but soldier sister.
Yeah, city girls, like, they think that this is empowering. Like, they see fault in the way my grandmother lived.
And that's the thing, isn't empowerment the complete sort of opposite, which is sort of taking pride in your body and not handing it out to everyone? I've never got the idea that sleeping around is empowering.
That's because you don't speak feminist. So let me translate. Empowerment for a feminist is doing the thing that a man doesn't want you to do.
Rip and run the streets.
So basically, there exist men that do not want women to behave this way. Read their father, society at large, fathers of other little girls. There are men who are against this type of thought behavior. Husbands, so doing it anyway and pissing those guys off is empowerment. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, there are men who want to fuck you. And not fucking them is also empowerment, and being reserved and complaining when they look at you when you are dressed like a thought is also empowering. It's basically doing the exact opposite of what men want you to do, even when two groups of men want you to do opposite things. These bitches are so confused.
What does that mean? So it's like, so I think it's just like not someone not being able to tell me like how I should live my life
You
or
see?
how I should dress. And
You see that?
We could clearly see she can't dress, but okay.
So you see what she said, y'all. I mean, basically what she said is empowerment means somebody not telling me. So it's like, you just want to do what you want to do, not because you want to do it, but because other people don't want you to do it. You're so fucked up. I'm gonna go up to her and say, "Don't suck my dick," and see what she does. Like, stupid.
basing how I dress, tying that into what I'm about to do for tonight. Like I could dress however I want.
Whoa. It's a complete difference between city girls and hot girls. You know what I'm saying? City girls
Break
like
it down.
Yeah.
city
You
girls.
explain it to me.
City girls
the
are
difference
like
between a city girl and a hot
city
girl.
girls are like
when I'm a girl.
like the 304s. You know.
When I'm a girl, are you a city girl or a hot girl? Like I think he as a guy would know, but all you have to do is be a consumer of their entertainment. Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like the thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Hot girls like. They do what they do, but they respect for what they do. See, city girl, they have no conscience.
So are the city girls more ratchet than the hot girls?
They ratchet. To me.
So okay, it's funny because like we hear a little bit of a judgment here, right? So if a woman that you met and you were interested in behaved the way you did when you went out with your friends, would you look down upon her? Good enough to be your girlfriend. If she behaved the way you did when you went out with your friends,
she might be alright. You know what I'm saying? If she performed like I perform.
I'm saying if she's out there hunting, like she said, her friends do, not Randy, but her friends.
Sometimes you gotta hunt.
Is it okay for a girl that you're interested in to be the same way? Or would you be judgmental? Because I feel like there's a huge double standard. And that's why we have to lie about our numbers, right? We can't really say, it's very rare to hear women say that. And if they do, it's only our friends. We never.
I like how she conveniently just skipped past the lie.
Right? Because we don't have that freedom.
Well, exactly. I mean, first of all, she's like, we can't do that. So you're saying that you want to do these things, but you can't. When before you said women go out looking for long-term love, marriage, baby carriage, and all that. You see that? She's full of shit.
Like you guys have. We're getting there, but we don't generally have that. Right?
Y'all body like a temple. You know, so everybody can't have their key.
Y'all,
if anybody can unlock it, why would you?
That's a great example. Y'all supposed to hold yourselves at a higher standard, but y'all get the push dick on the crab table.
So now we're talking about throwing dick on the crap. My thing is this. I think a lot of females also judge guys by how many bodies they got too.
Facts.
But we'll put up with it though.
Well, that's your call. At that point,
have you ever given a crazy number to a girl?
Yeah, I've given a crazy number, but like I still feel like I'm being judged on it. You know what I'm saying?
Number?
Wow. We're not gonna go there right now. But no, I really feel like I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. But I honestly feel like we also are being judged on that. You know?
50?
Here we go. God. I'm not gonna let me let it go.
I'm listening.
No, but I think we get judged on that too. I think if you're going for the right female and you let her know a number that's kind of crazy, she's gonna look at you a little different, you know. So it's not you want to lie to her, you know. You're obviously gonna be honest, but you know what I'm saying. We're all getting judged on the same thing. So I feel like it's not a double standard like that, at least not anymore.
I feel you, but sometimes I don't even ask. Like I don't even want to
Y'all
know.
wouldn't even want to know.
Yeah, me either.
Would y'all tell? Would you guys divulge that number to someone you really cared about?
I mean, maybe if she asked, but don't ask me. You know what I'm saying?
But if she did, like really, I would lie. You would lie or you wouldn't
lie?
You would.
Yes.
What's like a good throw out there for a woman?
For me, to tell a woman, I'm gonna tell her 4.
We're not gonna believe that. We're gonna make a little terrible lie.
Like 4 at this age?
4. You know.
What is a good number for guys? You think?
There
I
is
also
no good number.
don't know what that number would be because I've heard.
That's why you don't answer.
I had 15. What would you say?
I think your line is way more than that.
Okay, 35.
I'm like, you got that in probably about 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years? You give me that much credit?
35.
I mean, am I wrong? I don't know how far I am. Because I hear guys lie all the time. They say a crazy high amount, like, oh, thousands, I can't even keep track. Or they'll say some bullshit like you just said for.
And you gotta believe the lie.
You gotta believe the
You gotta make
lie.
her believe the lie.
All right, now, lady, how do you deal with falling for a guy after you've had sex with him and then not having the same feelings reciprocated in return? You know, he chased you down, you finally went there, you fall for him, and then he didn't have those same feelings back to you. How do y'all deal with that?
Honestly, I'm going ghost. I'm out. Like, if I build up my vulnerability to be able to tell you something and you don't reciprocate it, we just like on to the next one. Because you're missing out on a good thing and it's not my job to show you. How do you deal with that?
But it's my job to tell you to take that jacket off.
You are missing out on a good thing. See how she innately sees herself as a good thing? Like, perhaps you're the one who's missing. Is that you clicking, Jessica? Perhaps you're the one who's missing out on a good thing. Just saying. Because you're the one who fell in love with the guy. She's annoying. Her arrogance.
Some women have given out sex so frequently, maybe my friends, let's go back to them again, that I have a good friend that always says that sex has become like, well, she uses different words. She says the pig has become a penny stock. You can say it. So like back in the day, you know, a man would, like you're saying, you know, men hunt and they work very hard to get it. I think oftentimes these days men aren't. Like it's just like, hey, send me a DM and they're hooking up later, you know, especially with online dating. Or online hooking up rather. So it's given away so frequently that the value of it has gone down. I mean, at least before you would get dinner and a movie and something. Now people don't get like
Now, I don't think that the value is going down because it's given up so frequently. We have guys on this very channel or on my other channel who haven't had sex in years, 21 years, 5 years, things like that. So it's not really given up freely. I think that the effort just diminished because there's no return. Meaning that guys are just stopping with the whole dinner and the charade and shit like that because they know that you're not going to fuck at the end of the night. And they're looking at it, you know, like, oh, maybe too much pussy is given out. Let me fuck less. It's like, no, I don't think that's what's going on, but that's how their brain works.
box of candy, nothing. Like it's just nothing. And so I always feel like I would want to see the investment first. Yeah. Like is someone willing to at least spend some time talking to me? Do they want to go out before you give it up? So you feel as if they really do like you. And so the odds of them just like ghosting aren't quite as high at that point, unless you're cool with just hooking up at that point, which I think a lot of women are.
Is that kind of like that book with Steve Harvey? He said 90 days. You should probably.
Oh, no, I don't think you should count 90 days, but I just think that you should just sense that there's a level of interest.
I don't agree. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't believe there should be a certain amount of days.
Okay.
Wait. I didn't know that.
Okay, so this is obviously a much older chick. And I'm not talking about old by Marco Grande standards. I'm talking about like much, much older. The one I was speaking before. What she's trying to do is convince younger girls to put out less. She wants to be the only one who's putting out. She's telling everybody to go one direction of not fucking while she goes the other. And she puts her pussy out on, what is it, like milfseekers.com or some shit like that? What's the one where older chicks look for younger dude?
Seeking Arrangements.
No, that's for like older guys. Oh, so it's women on there too.
Of course, they're sugar babies.
No, what's the cougar one?
Sabertoothmeat.com.
So let's just say that. So she wants to put her pussy on sabertoothmeat.com, and she's trying to get all the young, penis out the way. By telling girls to wait while she just not wait.
So, okay, it's funny because like we hear a little bit of a judgment here, right? So if a woman that you met and you were interested in behaved the way you did when you went out with your friends, would you look down upon her? Would she be not good enough to be your girlfriend if she behaved the way you did when you went out with your friends?
She might be alright. You know what I'm saying? If she performed like I performed.
I'm saying if she's out there hunting like she said her friends do, not Randy, but her friends.
Sometimes you gotta hunt.
Is it okay? It's okay for a girl that you're interested in to be the same way? Or would you be judgmental? Because I feel like there's a huge double standard. And that's why we have to lie about our numbers, right?
Didn't we listen to this bit already?
I think I might have hit the back button by mistake. So let's just, but it's not too far back.
Because we'll get judged, right? We don't have that freedom like you guys have. We're getting there, but we don't generally have that, right?
Y'all body like a temple, you know, so everybody can't have their key.
Y'all,
if anybody can unlock it, why would you want it?
That's a great excuse y'all make. Like,
All this maggle.
to hold yourselves at a higher standard, but y'all can throw your dick on the craft table.
Right. So now we talking about throwing dick on the crap. My thing is this. I think a lot of females also judge guys by how many bodies they got too.
Facts.
But we'll put up with it though.
Damn, this is further along than I thought.
Have you ever given a crazy number to a girl?
Yeah, I've given a crazy number, but
I'm listening.
Nah, but I think we get judged on that too. I think if you're going for the right female and you let her know a number that's kind of crazy, she's gonna look at you a little different.
It's a terrible lie. Like 4 at this age?
Oh damn, that's way far back.
What is a good number for guys, you think?
I also don't know what that number would be with him, and then not having the same feelings reciprocated in return. You know, he chase you down.
That sex has become like, well, she uses different words. She says the pig has become a penny stock.
You can say it.
So like back in the day, you know, a man would, like you're saying, you know, men hunt and they work very hard to get it. I think oftentimes these days men aren't. Like it's just like, hey.
I like how we're animals and they're not.
90 days is probably.
Oh no, I don't think you should count.
Well, no, they're the animals. It's because you know we're hunting, so they're the gazelles, I guess, or you know they're the mammoth. But I mean, what she's saying is that you know we're not hunting as hard, and
she wants to be Jada Pinkett so bad.
Yeah, she does. So we're not hunting as hard, and it's called Cougar Life. Thanks, on. We're not hunting as hard, and we're not hunting as hard because the meat isn't as delicious. It's not because of oversaturation. It's because of undervalued.
90 days, but I just think that you should just sense that there's a level of interest.
I don't agree. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't believe there should be a certain amount of days. Right?
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about kind of in the process before you get there, getting to know the person. If you spend enough time with someone, you're gonna, you might like the person and discover things about them you didn't really think
exactly
you'd find.
And just to figure out if they really dig you or not, or you are just something to hit for the night.
I hate that sex is so casual now that it's literally like it's meaningless for a lot of people.
That's because you're past the wall.
Feel the same way. Right. But if it's one person that's like, oh my God, this is gonna be something, and then the other person's like, I'm just smashing for tonight. Like that's where you get, your windshield's broken and stuff.
I don't think it's possible to have sex.
Not me either. It's my friend.
Our friend.
I mean, if you're going to buy a car, you gotta test drive it before you test drive it before you leave the lot, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So have you ever gotten in a relationship with someone that you had sex with before anything else happened?
Yeah. Like one night stand leading to a relationship, maybe, or it's a quick, like getting with someone quickly.
Maybe. Maybe.
I totally have.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I totally have had where I wouldn't say where I thought it was going to be something brief and it turned out to be more.
Yeah. My longest relationship was someone we got together quickly because it was like such a strong physical attraction.
Absolutely.
And then I felt
but
like
of course, look at you.
I didn't feel like, he's probably not going to call me. I felt like he absolutely is going to.
Exactly.
And then it ended up being like my longest.
Yep.
So I don't think we can judge, but that's a risky thing for women, especially, right? Because like the more notches we have on our belts, the society especially tends to devalue us.
Right.
Like I rarely.
She meant to say pair bond.
On numbers.
Right.
But
say that
She
again.
doesn't even know she can't pair bond.
No, she doesn't. I mean, because she's comparing herself to a man.
Right. And then we'll blame men later on, saying that we don't understand them when they don't understand themselves, and they compare themselves to men.
Now, I got a prediction. prediction that feminist chick with the braid is gonna blurt something out just for the sake of blurting something out, because it's been a while since she had an opportunity to talk, and she can't sit silent. You know, she can't just sit there silently. I suspect, I haven't watched this one yet, but I suspect that she's gonna blurt something soon. Could be wrong.
But do they really throw you away all the way, or they?
I think so. I mean, because it becomes the new thing now. It becomes your community. Everyone has access to you. Yeah, community D. That's what you become. So no one wants that. Like, you know, no one wants to be dealing with the drama that comes with that. And, you know, females can be very brutal these days. You know, when they see somebody with what they perceive to be their man, and it's over now. You know, maybe because she's stuck in one of these situations where he wanted to have sexual relations with her, but that was it. She wanted a relationship. Now all of a sudden y'all in the club and there's a whole scene. Like, you know, so you don't want to be a community type of person because that rep follows you. You know?
Good for you. Now, Isaiah and Adonis, how are you able to disconnect yourselves emotionally during intimacy? Like, can you have sex that just, there's no feelings, but it's just for the act of sex? How are you able to disconnect?
That's easy.
Wait, are they with each other? Because she said their name together like they're a couple. And that would be like an extremely odd couple, I have to say.
Which one? The older woman and the NFL player?
No, these two.
Okay.
These two. Because she said,
I don't
think
so. Not from the vibe that I get from them.
Yeah, she said their name together like they are a couple, but nothing that's going on would suggest that she's with anybody, let alone him. He don't seem like he's and their chemistry.
I do that every day. Yeah. Not every day, but like,
damn,
you can do it every day.
That's when you had four.
Because I mean, at the same time, I think like every dude, he know what girl he really likes, what woman he really likes, and the one he don't really like.
Yeah.
Like I tell my friends all the time, they like, hey, D, you sleeping with her, but you ain't relationship. Exactly, because I don't look at them like that. And they know.
Yeah, so they're not together.
I don't look at them like that. But still, then it's these couple I like. That's when you like, okay, like I would wife her.
Is it hard when you like know you're not into it, but she is? Is it hard for you to like kind of continue doing that?
No.
It's easy, really?
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I ever find myself in that
I mean, it's you gotta get off.
Low-key savage, someone said.
You gotta get off. You gotta get off.
You too?
I just feel like I never find myself in that position. I feel like if I'm not interested, then I'm very selective with who I spend my time with, you know? So if I'm not interested.
Come on, Maple Man.
What's that? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. My friend.
Oh, your friend. Oh, your friend.
I mean, okay, you gotta test drive twice, you know what I'm saying? Just see if you.
Oh, Lord, here we go. We have an audience question. What's your name, sir? What's your question?
What's up, y'all? I'm Christopher Frazier. And I wanted to ask y'all, how many of y'all are in relationships now? And how long did it take you to become vulnerable in that relationship?
Just let it sink. Let it sink for a bit.
That's a stupid question.
Let it sink for a bit, yes.
His jeans jacket.
Yeah, he does have a denim jacket on. That's unmistakable. So him, a fully grown adult man.
The bald Edie.
So I just want to ask you, how long are you in the relationships? Which one of you are in relationships? And how long did it take for you to become vulnerable in the relationship? What? And nigga, what?
I don't get, why is that a bad question?
The first night.
Vulnerable. Well, so Jessica, it suggests that he seeks an opportunity to be vulnerable in his relationship. The fuck? What kind of man seeks vulnerability? What's vulnerable? What kind of shit is that? The act of seeking vulnerability, Jessica, is not a masculine one. Do motherfuckers say, you know, how long have you been in the Navy SEAL and how long did it take for you to feel vulnerable with the other SEALs?
Okay, I get you.
How long have you been in the Marines and how long before you were vulnerable amongst the other Marines? How long have you been a professional football player and how long before you felt vulnerable in front of the other ones? The fuck kind of question is that? This motherfucker enters relationships like, I can't wait to be vulnerable around her. Never, motherfucker. Never. And no matter how much you women folks say, oh, we want a man who's not afraid to express his vulnerability. No, I'm not even going to do it because I said it. But no matter how many times y'all say that shit, it is bullshit. It is bullshit. Every time you fuck him, hence his vulnerable day is like he lost 33% of penis. That is what you feel around him. You feel like less penis is inside you.
Maybe not vulnerability, but I think it's nice for someone to open up because it shows trust, you know?
No, I'm an honest motherfucker. I'm not vulnerable though. It's different. I don't think y'all know of a YouTuber that's more honest than I am. You know, I'm an honest motherfucker, and I'm a pretty open book. That's what he's talking about. I'm like that day one. This nigga said vulnerable. That's two completely different things.
Any bald man with a jeans jacket is looking for love.
Yeah, he's looking for some. He's looking to be vulnerable, nigga. Please, Jabari, that was an okay question. You be vulnerable. Go to some vulnerable shit. Do some vulnerable shit. Tell me how that worked out for you. Write me, email me, and tell me how that shit worked out for you.
They're gonna lie to him anyway.
Yeah, no, but he'll realize like a sudden change. He'll realize like a sudden change in her behavior. You know, like, oh, it's okay. You know what you are? You that nigga. That's a fucking lie. You Trey. That's who you are. You Trey. You jean jacket nigga. You're Trey on Boys in the Hood. And he got home from the cop and he was crying and he was knocking the wind and shit like that, and me alone decided to give him some. Yeah, exactly. He's just punching the wind and shit, and then they did the spook and he was punching little kids and like, you know, and he cried on her titties and she decided to fuck him after that. That shit, nigga. All right, let's continue.
You guys are fun.
You're in a relationship.
I am, and I had a situation where it was like, hit it off, and I was like, no. I think like before you get into it, you think of all these rules and like, oh, it has to be like this, or he won't like me, or I can't be too. But I think what you said before, like that comfortability was just there, and it's like it just lasted. So.
No one else? Relationship? No. Yeah, I know you ain't. He's at 17. Thank you for that. Okay. I think again for Isaiah and Adonis, can you
dignify it with a response? Like he asked everybody what's their relationship status, and nobody mentioned the vulnerable part. That's why it was a stupid. That's why nobody dignified it with a response. Notice how she didn't say we're at the stage now where he can feel comfortable being. That is a never question.
But can I ask you guys a question? Have you noticed that every time you go and you hear any of the women
Hey,
complain,
Judge, your camera is doing all sorts. It's really distracting.
no, I'm in the store. I'll say, when you hear any of the women complain about whatever, it's always that they're not getting something that they want. Either they're not getting a free meal, they're not getting people to give them free shit. If you notice, everything is about something that correlates to them getting something for free. If you notice that, if you can just dump everything down, people either getting for treatment, not paying for shit, or getting shit paid for them. All of it breaks down to if they want something else that they didn't work for. If you really just boil it all down to the simplest thing, they want something for free.
True. Real talk.
I understand how what it feels like for women to feel rejected after a man has had sex with them. Like especially, you know, they feel rejected if they feel like there is. A lot of times we're not on the same page, right? Like she's thinking it's one thing, you're like, no, you're one of 8 or one of 7 or one of 4, and there's that rejection. You know, when you tell her that you don't want to have a relationship with her, how do you deal with that? Does it bother you?
No. Why would it? Like I don't want.
Do you care about hurting people's feelings?
Girls hurt men feeling every day.
But I'm asking, okay, you deflected. Do you care?
Now she wants to call him out on tactics. That's a sad woman.
Well, I mean, he's saying like, "What about my feelings?" And she's like, "Oh no, we're talking about you." Back to Gail.
Back to Gail.
Yeah.
I'm old, okay? I done did this game before. How do you do you ever feel bad about it? Because like
sometimes I do. You know what I'm saying? Because you always, you don't want to be looking bad, but sometimes you just ain't feeling it like that. Like sometimes it's just cool to be cordial. Like, yeah, we hooked up a couple times and let's go separate ways. You know, we ain't gotta be hooked up. You want to get cheated on? What would you want to do? Want to cheat on? Like, I don't want to cheat on you. So guess what?
I guess it feels like we don't really get that honesty before the act, and that's where the problem is. Before the act,
Your sex ain't that good. That's what it is.
I don't know, maybe, and then after you hit a few times, then you get that honesty, and that's the part that.
I hate it when women.
That's what it is. It's just your sex is not that good.
It's about honesty. Like the result would have been the same. Like, say you meet a girl and you're like, oh, okay, I definitely hit that. And then you meet her sister and you say, oh, I really want to hit that. And then you wind up with your dick and her sister and she say, well, if you would have been honest with me. No, bitch. No, because if I would have told you day one that I really want to fuck your sister, you would have said no to me fucking you. Let's be clear. Don't act like you would have said yes or you would have been okay had I been honest in the beginning. Don't bullshit me like that, okay? Don't bullshit the fact that you would have fucked me anyway were I honest. That is bullshit.
Okay, let me ask you a question, sir. Just because you're another male on the panel. Have you ever, like, once you date a girl, and as soon as you have sex with her, you realize you're like, oh, I want this woman for everything. And as soon as you have sex with her, it's just like, oh, hell.
Yeah, exactly. You do lose interest with some women.
I mean, right. And I think that's what women don't understand. Some people just don't click in the bedroom. I'm like, if you don't click in the bedroom, ain't no point of going no further.
Well, no, it's not even that. Sometimes the sexual, I mean, even though that's a case, but that's rare with me, because I get off on the everything around sex more than I do the sex itself.
Wait a minute, you gonna tell me you ain't never had a bad life?
Well, yeah, I mean, the other aspects of sex I enjoy more than the physical aspects of sex. So,
I mean, what if they can't do that right?
It's because of how I receive sexual pleasure. But that exists. No, the problem with me when it comes to one night stands is that sometimes, especially when I was younger, I didn't realize how incompatible I was with the person until they sexually gratified me, and the desire to have sex with them has waned. So, then it's like, oh, wow, outside of that, there's really nothing else that I was staying for. So that has happened, and that's a subconscious thing more than a conscious effort to be malicious. But let's continue.
That like gives people kind of like, listen, as the homegirls, we're the ones that are on the cell phones with our friends for 3, 4, 5 hours, right? Trying to talk them off the ledge. And then you hear this, and I don't know why it's so hard.
But do we have,
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude.
have some, like, I have some.
Well,
that's bullshit.
The fact that the lowest suicide demographic is talking about we have to be on the phone 3, 4, 5 hours to talk them off the ledge. Bitch, y'all never on the fucking ledge. And where's this talking in child support court and family court? Like, where's this compassion that you expect men to have? Oh God. All right.
These hoes make me sick. Indefinitely.
Brutal.
Friends again, where they're like all angry at the dude, like, I can't believe it, we got busy this many times. But I'm like, but that was the only time you saw him.
Yeah.
Like, the first time you ever hooked up with him, he came over at like midnight and you didn't see him after that. And then it was took from him at 2, and now you're devastated saying he played you. And I'm like, you kind of played yourself a little bit, sis. Like, I love you, but you kind of played yourself a little bit. But you got off the hook about it.
Yeah, that was lame. All right, any closing thoughts?
Lot of hoes 2020.
All right, Judge.
Fuck them, don't feed them.
All right, cool. All right, then check out MOT and his Proper Thought Debate. This is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.